am a Chelsea fan. I am a Chelsea fan. We win, we lose together. We rise, we fall together. I am a Chelsea fan. I am a Chelsea fan. We win, we lose together. We rise, we fall together. I am a Chelsea fan. I am a Chelsea fan. We win, we lose together. We rise, we fall together. Together we overcome. Together we can be stopped. Bonitile koro oladara. We will reach those goals we set together. I am a Chelsea fan. I am a Chelsea fan. We will lose together. We rise, we fall together. I am a Chelsea fan. Chelsea fan. I am a Chelsea fan. Chelsea, okay. We will lose together. Together we win. We rise, we fall together. I am a Chelsea fan. I am a Chelsea fan. We will lose together. Together we can be strong. We rise, we fall together.
A better squad, Villa or Chelsea?
Villa.
I am 6 points off fifth already.
I'm not 100% sure about
So-
that.
I'm taking more players from Wolves than I'm from Chelsea. That's not an insult. That's just reality, bro. Because here's the thing. Okay,
Villa have a
real-
better team than Chelsea.
on a real, right? Here, listen to the logic, Griggs.
Okay, that's fine.
problem
Villa
is
might have,
you-
but then that
Hear me
proves
out,
who-
hear me out.
Yes, guys. Yes, people. Welcome back to the channel. Big up to every single one of you that's locked in. Hit the like button, subscribe. You guys know exactly what to do as soon as you enter into the stream. And yeah, I know we kind of had to put Sam on blast earlier on, but I was doing that to make a point. I'm sure a lot of you guys have just come in from the Back Again pod, and I'm using that as the point. Every single one of these, man, were trying to write us off and act like our players were rubbed out. And now we must be in a title race. Go away. Leave my club alone. You, man, have been talking the most about how this club is rubbed out, finished. Bowley ain't got a clue. Clearlake ain't got a clue. Our players aren't good enough and we wasted $1 billion on nobodies. And now we're meant to be competing for a league title because none of you guys can capitalize on Manchester City falling apart for the first time in years. Go away. Leave us alone. Leave us alone, innit? This is not our war. This is your war and nobody's winning it. Not my fault. Now, if you lot allow us to get to top of the table, oh boy, it's a long season for you regardless of what happens because, yo, we are cooking everybody for the remainder of the season for allowing the post-Roman bums to even get into this position. But until then, you already know where it is. Chill guy gimmick, nonchalant gimmick, word to Michael Elise and all of that crap. So, go away. Leave us alone. Leave us alone. Trust me, bro. All the years of us getting cooked has built a mad level of press resistance. I have watched Mateo Kovacic and Eden Hazard's prime, and you think I wouldn't have learnt something from it? Come on, man. I think I'm going to deal with these losers trying to put pressure onto our institution. Go away. You lot said we were never going to be competing for titles again under Clearlake. Now we must be competing for a title. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. And people understand, I am stubborn. You lot saw it from the end of the Poch era. I can be very stubborn. When I have an opinion, I will change it when I want to change it. You show me enough reason, maybe. I won't act like we can never be in a title race. I'm not putting that expectation on these players in December. No, not when the players are doing it. It will take two things. Just want to be clear on this right now at the start of the stream. It will take two things for me to start believing in a title race. Number one, the form has to be at that level by about February, March-ish, because that's when the briefings were saying that Chelsea should be, Chelsea might look at targets around March. But I might say February. Second, let Maresca say that we're in a title race. If Maresca says we're going for the league title, aye, whatever. We're going for the title then. Cool. If the manager says that's a target, I'm not going to go against the coach. So if the coach comes out and says that, okay, that's fine by me. That's fine by me. That'll be enough for me to start believing because, cool, our own manager is writing it as a target. At a time, the players are saying one game at a time. Everybody's saying one game at a time, except the rivals. The rivals are the only ones that aren't saying one game at a time. So, okay. Oh, we froze. One sec. Yo, guys, can you hear me? Are we all good? Let me get rid of a few of these tabs. Maybe that's what the problem is. Yeah, that's what the problem is. We back now? We should be back. I think the little sign on the top left's gone now, so we should be back. But yeah. My point still stands. Enzo Maresca, big up to you, man. Appreciate all of you guys. Enzo Maresca says we're in a title race, then we're in a title race. Fine. If we get to February, March, we're in the same position, maybe I'll start believing in it. For now, top four. Top four in a trophy. Go away. And I'm all good. But shout out to the chat. Big up to every single one of you. We will be joined by some Tottenham fans within this hour. Deji said he had 30 minutes, so he'll probably hop in at some point. Jacob should be hopping in as well at some point. And I think George has half an hour at some point as well. I told him just hop in and hop out whenever you need to and all of that. I know George has a stream at 5. Deji said he only had 30 minutes. I'm not really sure how much time Jacob has, but you already know how the stream goes. Come in and come out as you please. Here's what it is. So we're going to go through everything regarding the Spurs versus Chelsea game. Big up to Steve. Big up to AK. Big up to Believe in Steve. Big up to Pelu. Big up to AK. Sinak, what if I told you that stream didn't even get demonetized, bruv? That stream didn't even get demonetized. But all the craziness, the see you next Tuesdays and all of that. Hey, the algorithm didn't algorithm. Okay. I ain't saying shit, innit? Whatever, man. Whatever. We still got our monetization, blood. Up the Chelsea. Up the Chelsea. Big up to Sean, man. Big up to Steve. Big up to Grand One. Big up to Known Unknown. Ain't that facts? The championship manager, guys. The Championship manager's expected to win the league now. Fuck off. If I believe we're in a title race, I believe we can win the league. I don't believe we can win the league right now. Bye-bye. Go away. Go away. Just because you lot want to find something to try and cook our team about. Because guess what? We're not the mid-table bums that you writ us off as. Ah, well. Now don't talk about my club. You were wrong. You lot were waiting to be right about our club. You're wrong. Now go away. Go away. Now you're looking for something else to be right about. Get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, come on, man. Come on, man. It's about time I learned to be more press resistant on YouTube, because I remember a lot of people were annoyed about it at the start. Like, I remember a few years ago, people were like, oh, don't get Lewis on panels. He don't rep the club enough. He don't back the club enough. Now what? Now what? Dickheads. Dickheads. We out here. Bro, Maldini, I don't know, man. I don't know how we didn't get demonetized, but I'm still looking at it and I've still got the green sign, so... Hey, shout out to YouTube, innit? Shout out to YouTube. Oh, they're shadow banning people, guys. All of that shit. Get out of here, man. Get out of here, man. Yeah, we just chilling. We just chilling, man. Chill guy gimmick. All of that crap. All of that. Let's get back on the stream. Let's get back on the stream. Deals, DM me, brother. DM me, brother. Should be right. I swear we've had you on the stream before. Bro, Fielder, that is the plan. That is literally the plan. Do you remember a month or two when I spoke about how the likes of Jamie Carragher and the media were trying to build Chelsea up just so they could drop us back down again? They flip-flop quicker than the YouTubers were doing. So they expect us to fall for it. That's exactly what the plan is. Say we're in a title race because, again, when you say it, you're saying that you believe the team can win. So when the team doesn't do it, if they don't do it, then they have a reason to cook you. Oh, you said you were going to go for the league title. What now? You can't just act like you're happy with top 4. You wanted more than that. Fuck off. I've been in this YouTube game for what, 6 to 7 years? 6 to 7 years I've been doing this shit. You think I can't see these narratives? You think I can't see this shit? Come on, guys. I have been doing this game for way too damn long to fall for tricks that easily, man. I've been in this game way too long for that shit. So no. I'm in a top 4 race, top 4 in a trophy, all of that crap. You already know what it is. And we keep it stepping. 3-point collectors, we keep collecting. And we take it to Tottenham. And speaking of Tottenham, we got our first guest in the building. Shout out to our guy, Edgy. Big up, my guy. First time we've had you on the channel. I hope everything's well, bro. Big up to you, man.
Yeah, well, things have been better. I'm not going to lie. I really wanted to kind of come on this channel in different circumstances. Do you get what I'm saying? But I'm having to come on this channel now. But thank you for the invitation. And yeah, bro. It's a madness. We're going through a madness right now. But you know, Postecoglou is a madman, and stranger things have happened. Do you get what I'm saying? So I know that there's a lot of Chelsea fans licking their lips, but I wouldn't lick their lips too soon because it could be a Mazza this weekend.
You think for me or for you? Because I can't like look. Form and like all of that aside, we're gonna touch on that later. It's just more like the rivalry in general. And like I want to try and say this respectfully, but I don't think there's a respectful way to say it. Like when it comes to this rivalry, it's a bit of a bullying thing, if we call it what it is. And I genuinely think there is a mental block between you guys when you face us. And last season was the biggest example of it. I remember it's like literally 13 months to the day, the 6th of November last season. You man were top of the table. You lot were unbeaten. We were the mid-table bums and everything. Like, we were literally hanging on to the top half of the table by dear life, if we were even on that. And you guys were in a position where I thought you were going to bop us off the park and win like 6-0. When Son got that goal and it got ruled out by VAR, I was thinking, we're holding 6 here. This is going to be embarrassing. And then yet again, you guys were the victim of your own demise. The dumb Romero red, the dumb Udogi double yellow, Ange keeping the high line and everything. And we went and we won 4-1. And I'll be so real with you, bro. Ever since that game, it's like to me, I can't be worried about you guys. I really can't, because even at our worst, we did the double.
Yeah, bro. Let me keep it real, my bro. The truth is, innit, everyone has a bogey team. Do you get me? You could argue that Plymouth were Plymouth's bogey team. Do you get what I'm saying? In terms of, doesn't matter what day of the week it is, we're gonna slap them up. With you guys, it's kind of like that. It doesn't matter what day of the week, you tend to slap us up. That's legit. And so yes, you do have this kind of mental hold over us. What I will say though, and this ain't me feeling better about yesterday's performance, but there is a correlation in terms of what I'm seeing from my club this season. When we're playing the big dons, we turn up. When we play the minnows, we're not about that life. Like we just can't get it up against the minnows. And also we're doing this kind of now you see me, now you don't. We win one, we lose one. We win one, we lose one. Now the correlation this weekend is we've just lost again to a minnow. And we've got a big don in you, man, this weekend. So the omens would say in this strange season, because it is a strange season, that Tottenham could do the maddest thing and win against you, man, on the weekend. That is very possible.
Now, I hear all of that, but what was the correlation when we went to your ground last season, bro?
No, but we weren't doing this now you see me, now you don't last season.
But even then, the correlation is you don't lose.
Look, the thing is, I get it. I hear what you're saying. You have this thing, but I'm telling you, this season, Tottenham seem to turn up. Look, we outplayed Newcastle. I know we lost, but we bopped them. We outplayed Arsenal. Yeah, we outplayed Villa. We outplayed City. We outplayed United.
Didn't lose to Arsenal too.
You man are next, and so is Liverpool. Let me be real. You can't beat Tottenham with possession football. Like legit, it's not gonna happen. You man have to show respect. You man have to sit back, do a low block, hit Spurs on the counter. Now, if you show Tottenham that level of respect, you will wax us all day, every day. I'm not gonna lie, your front three is cooking. But if you try to go toe-to-toe with my club in terms of possession ball, that's where you can get unstuck. And when Tottenham do domination in the location, nobody, not even you, man, can stop my club. I don't give a damn. Look, I'm here live and direct, so we have the receipt. You've been warned, my bro. You have been warned, and I'll be coming back to claim my prize if you get waxed by Tottenham this weekend.
If we get beaten, I hear it. We deserve every bit of the cooking that we're going to receive for that. But I don't even think it's necessarily going to be that sort of case, because like I've seen Maresca keep the philosophy, but you still make tweaks to it. Like I've seen him drop the line back a little bit. I've seen him play a little bit further. I've seen him make little tweaks on the left-hand side, off the right-hand side. He can adapt to other teams while still keeping to the main aspects of his philosophy. So I'm not really like that worried about it. Like you look at Tottenham, like the first thing I'm going to think is I don't match them with the high line, because that's exactly what they're going to do. And we are so good at breaking. We're very good at making breaks and like counter-attacking teams. Like there was a stat at the start of the season where we have one of the fastest breaks in the Premier League. Yeah. So with that in mind, like I've got no real reason to worry about that. I won't lie to you, bro. Like I would be shocked if we don't get 3 points in this game. I'd be really shocked because of the form, because of the way we play, because of how good we are in counter-attacking, because of how good our forwards are. Your injuries.
Positive Lewis are here.
Lewis is just shaking his thumb.
He's shaking violently right now. Very violently for that Chelsea team. And one thing you didn't mention there was you don't play good in big games. This is a big game. So far this season, we've seen with your team, it's you always concede first. That's one of them. And I think this is one of those games where you don't want to concede first, because Tottenham need that confidence boost. Like we need anything we can get early in the game to, blow up that stage.
We need a reaction from the boys.
And that's it. We need a reaction. Chelsea, big games, they tend to not react the way that they need to. So I'm looking at this one as one where we can potentially pick up 3 points and turn the things around.
I predicted that, George, as well. I literally said the same thing, George. I said Tottenham don't turn up against the minnows, but all the big dons we have turned up against. Remember, we got Romero potentially back. I think it's highly likely that he's back. Not that I'm getting gas for Romero, but do you know what? Maybe he comes in and he does something. But the thing that I think is going to kill Chelsea I think legitly they're walking into this game looking at our club and thinking we're going to slap these brothers. And one thing I know about Postecoglou that he has done, every game where he's looked shocked, where he's looked stunned at what he's seen, the very next game he's got a reaction from our club. And I think Chelsea would be the perfect game to get a reaction. Because if he was to lose to Chelsea this weekend, I think even my bro Jacob and all the other ones as well, where we've been supporting the brother, I think he's going to lose even. I'm not speaking for Jacob, you know what I mean? But I think Jacob would be on the fence. George, you'd be on the, we'll be rattled. We would be rattled because where do we go from here? Do you get me?
It will definitely be rattling, but I think it's one of those ones where you can look at the context and it depends which players come back as to what to expect from this game. Because let's be honest here, guys. If we go into the game with Dragusin as our only senior centre-back, there is no hope. There's nothing to... I can't sit here and rile up the guys, be like, we're going to get something. We got one senior centre-back. This is the Chelsea team. That's one of
Ben Davies is out now too.
Yeah, hamstring. He's definitely out. He's confirmed.
Wait, so who's the other option now?
It's just Dragusin. We don't have another senior centre-back.
So just what, random academy kid?
Potentially.
Archie Gray was our fourth center back option in the preseason. So I'd assume Archie
Bro,
Gray.
you man just really putting him anywhere nowadays.
Yeah, it's like a car you bought for $45,000. It's a sedan, but we're going 4x4 with it. Doesn't matter.
Oh, brother. I hear the new game, the big game argument and everything, but like this is why I bring an old Enzo Maresca quote. It's an huge game for them. For us, it's just one more game, and that's the way we're looking at it. Like we have the tribalism attached to it, we have the rivalry attached to it. So we're gonna look at it from a head-to-head record. We're gonna look at it from a rivalry perspective and think, yeah, we always do well against Tottenham. For Maresca, it's just going to be one more game where he's going to adjust the team based on the opposition. And I don't think it's necessarily going to be that big of a problem because, yeah, like we have struggled in the big games this season. Man City came at the wrong time. Like, bring me Man City right now, in my opinion. Liverpool lost to the better team. Arsenal, just so stupid for the goal that we conceded. And I don't think we're good enough going forward. But I'm not really that worried about.
Have you man played Manchester United yet?
Oh, yeah. That was a disappointment. That was our entire front line just disappearing. But that United have been better defensively than offensively. You guys, you got defensive injuries. No Romero, no Van der Ven, no Vicario. You got no Ben Davies now. It's not the same. It's nowhere near the same.
I guess for us, it's one of those games where we're going to have to lean heavy on the attack playing well because... You look at Kulusevski in these big games, again, he's turned up. Like, these guys, I don't know why it's with Spurs players, but when it's time to go out to Mayfair, everyone wants to show up. Everyone's responding to the text. But on a normal night, you're just going down to the pub down the road. They don't answer the calls. So
I didn't get that reference.
Oh, you know Mayfair? It's Uptown. Uptown. That's what you can call it.
Okay. I was like, the Mayflower? Is that the pilgrimage? What are we talking about?
Nah. So, with our attack, I'm looking at them. I need Kulusevski to have a big game. We need Maddison off the back of, to be honest, Maddison's just been disappointing all season round. And even just his whole Spurs career for me, I'm looking back at the
but he had those 2 goals.
Those 2 goals against City for me, they were good goals, but outside the goals, would you guys say he had a good game? I look away from the goals and say he didn't really offer much. That was Kulusevski's game. Kulusevski done everything. So
I agree.
I'm looking at Maddison.
I'm not going to sit here and defend Maddison.
Yeah, that's
in terms of defending, though. What has your guys' thoughts been on Postecoglou? Because, like, I did not expect to see the fallout that I saw yesterday. Like, I'm sure you guys seen the video. I'm going to read it one more time.
No, I don't need to watch this. I'd have slapped every single one of those. I would have slapped every single one of them in the fucking mouth and said, did your mother not raise you with standards and fucking manners? I would smack them upside their poppy seed mouth. I swear to God. And I told them on my live stream yesterday, and people comment, how dare you have a go at the fans? Those fans can suck me, bro. I'm sorry. That shit pissed me off yesterday. Like, the loss is one thing, but there's a guy who's actively trying to repair the problems here. like in the only way that we can, which is under the stipulations of Daniel Levy and this board, which you've seen for 23 plus years. And those fans, oh, I spent $50 on an away ticket, so I get to berate and abuse the guy who's trying to fix things. No, hell no. $50, I'd slap you upside your head is what I should have done. But they're lucky I'm all the way over here in Texas. I'll be honest. Because that type of shit, that's just disrespectful. Like, I expect rivals to do that kind of a thing. But you're going to clap your away fans and they're booing you, saying fuck off, Pasta no clue. Yeah, they can shove it, bro. I'm so sick of Spurs
fans. The only
fans.
thing I would say though, and to back the fans, do you know what I mean? Going to Bournemouth is a long thing. Like it's long to go down there. But also, for me, let's be real.
No excuse.
Long
drive, $50 ticket. What are we talking about?
That was our worst performance of the season. But let me just say this though, it was our worst performance of the season. And big up to all the people locked on.
Yeah, hit the like, sub to the panel. Everyone's links in the title.
I wouldn't be surprised if we slap up Chelsea on the weekend. Now, the thing for me now is these brothers have ruined it. Because if we slap up Chelsea, I can't even celebrate it because I'm still thinking about Bournemouth. Do you get what I'm saying? I have a suspicion that Tottenham will slap these brothers up this weekend, going in line with the prediction that these players only want to play against the big dons, because I reckon, George, Jacob, that these men might be advertising themselves for some of these clubs to move on. Maybe that is the reason why they're turning up against the big teams and not the so-called...
Look, pick me. I'm a ball.
I would say for Chelsea, I'm not afraid of Chelsea, you know.
You were never afraid of us, but guess what? Guess what? This week,
your back line
is
rubbish. Come on, bro.
This week,
our back line's probably better than yours now.
We're gonna
your
talk
back
about
line's better than ours. Look, better Chile, better than what? Who else is there?
Man.
Colwill.
Bro, I saw some get locked up by Gilchrist last season.
If Cole Palmer does what he usually does, which is I was cold, I was naked. Were you there? Were you there? I was cold. I was naked. Were you there? When he does that and he goes,
I can't wait until you're on that profile so I can cook you. I'm gonna flame you, Dad. You know this is coming, son. You better be there this weekend on that profile. I promise. Dude, this is going to be the bit. I'm going to cook you, bro. I'm gonna have the chef's hat for you. I'm gonna have the nice pan. I'm gonna have everything ready and prepared for you, my G, because this is going to be another one. DJ Khaled, another one. Another one. That's what it's gonna be. We eating fried chicken this weekend. You hear me? Fried chicken. That's what we doing this weekend. All right. Like this isn't gonna be one of your. Oh, we show up when we want to show up type of weeks. This is gonna be, oh, we might need to sack this dude after this one. Like that's what it's gonna be. That's what it's gonna be. Because you've been going way too long with this domination in the location. Well, guess what? We're gonna be dominating your location. Yeah.
Speaking of domination in the location, we got more wins at Tottenham's ground than anybody else.
Just like last year. And it's gonna be like the year before. You've gotten 1 out of 11, I think. Like it's going to be the same.
1 out of 11 in their last Premier League games against Chelsea. Chelsea have the most wins out of any team at Spurs since they moved.
If you guys were healthy, then I would be like, okay, maybe you guys got a shot. You guys don't even like if it wasn't for that keeper situation too. So like you guys look at our keeper. I think your keeper situation is just as bad, especially when passing out from the back. So like our pressing right now, the way that we're pressing right now is like. We're going to catch one just off the press, in my opinion. We're going to catch one right off the press, just off the press itself. So,
well, I mean, if we deal with the press like we dealt with Bournemouth's press, like we dealt with Palace's or Brighton's press, then yes, I would agree with you because it was just a slight gentle press. And for some reason, Kulusevski can't string 2 passes. Madison can't string 2 passes. It's like that 3rd, 4th, 5th pass is always getting misplaced or it's just not going to the right person. And, you know, I do believe that is some of that. That gentle press can rattle our players when we're especially in our own half trying to build out. So I do agree. And to me, I'll be honest. After yesterday, the only hope that I have is Ange hates bald managers, especially bald managers in London. So I'm just gonna hope that that's our prayer, that you got a bald manager, he's got a thing against bald managers, and we're gonna cook. That's really all I got. And if anyone wants to take that away from me, that's like taking a bone away from a starving dog. It's not, you're not gonna get it. At least not with
God
your hand
bless you,
intact.
man. God bless you, man. If that's really what you guys got, then it's gonna.
That's what you're hanging
No,
on
that's just
to.
me.
That's
I
what
only
you're hanging
speak
on
for me. I don't associate. I mean, I love George. I love Deji, but those fans you saw in that video, I don't associate with them ugly clowns. I'll be honest. So, don't even just call me United Jacob of Jacob.
But do you not see even like a bit of the frustration with how Tottenham's been this season?
Yeah, I get it. But I'm frustrated all the time. That doesn't mean I sit there and yell at my wife when she's the one who's trying to help me get through the day.
No,
It's
but
that
like
simple
your
for me.
wife, it's different. Like that's your one, isn't it? Like, but with the manager, it's.
But yeah, she's also the one that I should be able to relay my
frustrations.
frustrations and stresses at.
I think the players and the fans and stuff booing is fine. I think booing isn't really a problem. We see this at Madrid. When you have a high standard for your club and your fans are going to boo the manager, they're going to boo the players because they demand a higher standard. There's nothing wrong with that. I think Ange Postecoglou gets that. I think obviously it just gets a bit like we're 18 months into a rebuild. I do think a lot of these Spurs fans are just entitled. And I look at a lot of our fan base and say, what do you expect? I think they need to go back and really check themselves, because do they expect us to be in a title race? If not, then what is the massive problem with Ange? Yes, it's not been a great season, but you can just look at the context and say, yeah, our season's not been great. We're missing how many players? Of course, the season's not going to be great. He doesn't have the ingredients to cook up anything because we've got so many of the same players. And when those players do come out, he's just bringing in another player that's like for like, but a level below. Like, you're seeing this with the substitutions. When he takes off Maddison, who's he got to come on? It's Bergvall, a kid that's never played Premier League football before in his life.
Oh, but Ange spent 400 million, and Bergvall's a part of that, Jordan. Ange wanted Bergvall. Ange never heard of Bergvall, but apparently he's a part of Ange's shopping tag. Whenever they say, "Oh, he spent 400 million, he's been more supported than any manager thus far." Yet the results, yada yada. So,
Go on, Jacob. Sorry.
No, I didn't hear what you said.
No, I said that's the bit I don't like. Is he says he's been supported, but clearly from our eyes, it don't look like he's been supported. My only issue
He's doing that like going out on his shield type of thing. Like I'm gonna defend my girl type of mentality, even though she is out here texting and sending photos with other dudes. That's what it looks like to me. And like, while I wouldn't do that I'm not gonna be upset with another man for saying, you know what? I love this. This is what I want. This is what I'm trying to help grow. And I'm okay with these little bit of setbacks. I'll put that on my chest because I'm fine with that blame. And I think that, you know, that kind of accountability is not something that we've had since maybe Podge? I don't know. I can't remember the last time a manager has said, this is on me. Because Jose said,
Jacob,
it's these players.
when you
Conte
sign
said
a
it's these
girl,
players.
what girl you talking about? When
Huh?
you saying that when you saying who's the girl in this scenario that he's sending a pic? Who is he trying to protect?
Huh?
Like, I'm saying in the analogy,
Yeah. But who's the girl in this scenario? I want to know who's the girl.
The club, the board, the people in charge for the last 20 plus years.
So you don't see the pattern here that what your club has always been in the same pattern, no matter what.
That's what I'm saying. That's my point for not feeling the way a lot of people feel about Ange Postecoglou. It's like, how am I going to be upset at the symptom of the problem when I know what the problem is? It's like, I said this yesterday on my channel. It's like we have a broken arm. Our club is a broken arm, and the bone is sticking out. And Ange is saying, here, let me try and place that bone, and we'll wrap it up, and then it'll heal. And every time we try moving it, everyone, ow, ooh, that hurts. Oh, no, ow. And it's like, oh, stop. Oh, I'll just let it, you know. And it's never going to get fixed because we're not okay with the uncomfortability.
The thing is about, I'm not a Spurs fan, but the thing,
Deji, bless up, bro. It's been great to have you on. Everyone sub to Deji in the title. Links in the title. Bless up, bro.
The one thing that what I think it works with your club and the managers are specifically the ones that actually agree with what your girl always tell them. Those kind of managers are usually succeed at Tottenham. not the ones that rebel. Do you see what I'm saying? Like the ones that actually saying things against the ownership, against the club. Those are the ones don't succeed. But the ones that agree in it,
I think the difference is though, Alex, is with Tottenham is that no matter which way you listen to the owners or you don't listen to the owners, it's not been great with regards to the last. I mean, their whole tenure at Spurs, it's never been great with managers. We've had 18 managers in 25 years. The only manager that's lasted, and 18 and 25, that's Poch having 5 years. So it's clear to see we pretty much go for a new manager every 12 to 18 months, if not 2 years at a max. It's clear that it isn't that the managers are the problem. It's that the board and the people above board don't actually know what they're looking for in a manager. So they've never actually given the time to build a project. Poch had that time to build a project. 5 years, fair enough, didn't go anywhere with it. So we start something new. But now I think people and fans, especially Tottenham fans, are forgetting this is a new project. They've started this project with Ange and given him a 5-year contract. Unlike they didn't do that to Nuno, didn't do that to Mourinho, and didn't do that to Conte. So they've given him a big contract because they want to give him the time to build this squad. But Spurs fans need to let him have that time. It's literally been 18 months, 3 windows, and our squad is thin.
Yo, big up, Lewin.
What?
Big up, Daniel.
I think
I had a question for you, bro. So that's cool about projects and all that, and that's one way to go about it. But like, if you're doing a project in life or in sport, there are points where it's like, yo, this is not working. We need to change the plan or project or whatever. We need to change an aspect about the project. What's your limit, or what's your, because you can't
don't you think it, so let's just say that in that example, if in that project, you know, the project manager ends up going off for a couple of weeks, and then you lose another person for a couple of weeks, and you lose another key player for a couple of weeks, you're gonna have to push back the timeline. You're gonna be like, all right, well, look, things aren't gonna be so great. We're gonna have to push,
or
back
at least the milestones in that timeline get delayed. Where you would expect
to push on. Now, I do agree that there is times where Ange could be doing better with the team and tactical adaptability. He needs to show a bit more flexibility there, because I think in games, yeah, that's it. The substitutions in games, there's a lot to be seen from there. He doesn't really change the way we play when he makes his subs. So in game, there's nothing. There's a lot more that Ange could improve. But outside of that, the options of how we set up and the players that he brings in to swap, we don't have much option there. There's not much to chop and change with our team. So as I said, like when you're bringing in Dragusin for it.
I don't have a lot.
I just jumped into the quickly. I just jumped into the conversation, but based on what you're saying, what is your plan? Like, what do you think the plan is for this new project?
I think that the plan is to push on. You know, the plan is to eventually be challenging at one point. But right now, we just generally don't have the squad. It's too thin. I think in January, I'd like to see. This is obviously no guarantee with our owners. That's the thing as Spurs fans. We can only predict so much because you generally don't know which way the owners are going to go. But I'd like to see improvements, whether that's bringing in 2 to 3 players that take the squad further on, it reinforcing this team, and so we can battle on all fronts. You know, challenging Europe, challenging Carabao Cup if we're still in that competition. But
So would you say the goal is to ultimately win the league title?
I think that's the goal for every team eventually, but you need to get to.
I don't think that's the goal of this club. I think that could be the goal of Ange Postecoglou in the long term. But I don't think when I look at Tottenham, I like to look at past behaviors that can help me predict future behaviors. And past behaviors have always said, we could be scratching that like Arsenal for 2 years, and we ain't gonna do what needs to be done.
Yes.
Sorry, 20 years.
Okay, so why I'm kind of
well, I'm just referring to the 2 years at Arsenal, and there was 2 years where we were slightly scratching as well.
Oh,
so I'm asking that is that.
I mean, Arsenal bill scratching is already bleeding.
But what have y'all done to say we're the 6th biggest club in England? What have you done substantially, not money-wise?
We raised ticket prices.
Oh, okay. So it is money. Is why
but I don't get this though.
It's always been money.
Because I don't like when fans say this, because it wasn't Tottenham fans that put us into that conversation. It was the football world and rival fans, and just in general, it got made a Big Six conversation because Tottenham began to challenge, and Tottenham and Manchester City pushed out Chelsea out of the top 4, pushed out Arsenal.
And historically as well, Jordan, I like to. For me, becoming a fan of Tottenham, since I am in America, obviously, it was a part of my like growing and loving the club, was learning the history, and Tottenham were a highly successful club. Like the FA Cup was known as the Tottenham Cup for years, until eventually we just stopped caring because of the prize money. And when did that start happening? Oh, You say just before the 1990s, when a certain somebody was about to, Alan Sugar, and he was trading it over to Levy. So to me, the priorities of the club have always mirrored a franchise that I used to work for in the Dallas Cowboys. And ironically, the two
Shout out
worlds
Jerry,
collided
bro.
this
Shout out
week.
Jerry. Shout out Jerry.
Shout out Jerry. But I used to work there, and it was the same thing. The guy came in and immediately wanted success, and then over time realized, hey, I could win or lose. It doesn't matter. Look at these profit margins. Then eventually, all you start caring about is the brand and the bottom line. And when you continue to grow that in the way Tottenham have, where success on the pitch isn't dictating your profitability, then you get used to this pattern of, well, I don't have to do the right thing because the right result is still happening for me. And
Jacob,
that has been the story for the last 20 plus years.
Hold on. That's why fans has to do with it. You can't make uncomfortable for the ownership. I know you in America, you cannot do it, but the fans that goes to the games, we're the ones that cannot make ownership comfortable sitting in those seats and watching that. When Todd Bowler did what Todd Bowler did, we had fans from the upper higher above him screaming at him. He just got the club the first summer, I think, and the fans are yelling at him.
Yeah.
And he was like, what do you want from me?
That's how the difference is, though, Alex, is Tottenham's.
Oh, you're more polite fans?
No, it's not even that.
No, we're not polite fans. You see that video? Fuck those fans.
I was down at the stadium just a few weeks ago, the Roma game last week.
I spent 50 quid, now I can abuse it. Fuck you. Sorry, Jordan.
It's not the same. No, sorry. It's not the same as going to like another football game. Like if you go to a Chelsea game, you're probably going to feel there's a lot of fans. A Tottenham game, it feels just like a day out to a lot of people. It's like, oh, it's the tourist spot. I'm visiting London. Let me go to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium and have an experience there. That's what it's like.
You don't even have the vibe of like fans are up for it pre-match or nothing. Like
we do, but obviously I feel like there's only a section in the stadium like that. So Tottenham Hotspur as a brand is so big that even if you have those fans that are gonna, push on to the owners and so on, there's gonna be so many fans that don't care about that. That Levy's not even gonna care.
I can't lie. I also think that like when it comes to like the big clubs in England, owners just don't care. Like because the things you need to do are you need to affect their profit margin, and ultimately you're never going to be able to do that as a fan base, whether it's United, Tottenham, Chelsea, Arsenal, whoever, because there is enough fans that want to go every week and buy shirts and do whatever. Like, you can't. You physically can't affect their profit margin.
Half of the people screaming Levy out every year have upped as much as they pay for their season ticket. So as far as I'm concerned, it's like, oh, I'm so ashamed my baby's cheating on me, but yet you're facilitating the operation. You're funding her. You're filling. Hey, oh, you got somewhere to go tonight, baby? Let me fill up your car. Oh, you need a wine and chocolates for the evening? I got you, boo. Oh no, she cheated on me. What did you said it? You hit her with the alley-oop.
So bad about what's his name?
And the thing is like
I'm
like,
married. I don't have a girlfriend anymore, but I'm talking about these cuck Spurs fans.
And the thing is, you could have like 1,000 Spurs fans that like literally throw away their season ticket, don't do anything, don't spend any money. There's 1,000 Spurs fans that then take their place.
Yep. There's 100,000 on
but what they do is, I sold my ticket. If you really want to hurt Levy, you hurt the money. And what you do is, okay, I bought my season tickets, or you empty the bowl. So you either spend the money to retain your season ticket, because I get it, 150,000 people waiting to buy it up. I get that. So buy it, but don't resell it. Fuck your money. You really want to put your money where your mouth is. But no, I got to get back my $45 for the seat.
I know with United and Arsenal, you have to go to a certain amount of games or they take your ticket.
I kind of disagree with Scott saying that the fans cannot do nothing about it.
Is that with season tickets, Lewis?
You can do. Even
I think they do that, but
it depends, Alex. It depends on what.
I mean, I'm not saying you can get rid of the ownership, but you can make them uncomfortable.
No, you can't.
You can make
every time we've made the ownership uncomfortable by chanting Levy out, they just sack the manager, so it doesn't do anything.
I say, the only time outside of sacking a manager, the only time that a club has ever been made uncomfortable by fans to the point where they had to change was the Super Cup stuff or Super League. Outside of that, there's nothing. Like to a certain point, when you get to a certain size, when you get to a certain size, unless you as an owner just don't want to be at that club. At which point you're trying to leave anyway. Like I think of like the Everton owner. Unless you don't want to be there, the fans can't make enough of a difference because there are just too many fans in the world that want to go and watch a club, especially when you're at the size of an Arsenal, Tottenham, Chelsea, etc. To the point where like You're never going to be able to affect their bottom line enough that it makes any difference to them. You just can't.
The days of the fans being able to get rid of owners is over with.
I'm not saying about get rid of. Here's the thing. I'm not talking about
Alex,
get
what
rid
can
of
they do
owners.
that they haven't done already? What
That's
can
what
they
I'm
do they haven't
saying.
done
I
already?
think you're assuming that I'm trying to make that you can get rid of the ownership. I'm
not talking
saying
about
that.
getting rid of owners.
I'm saying
talking about making a
every
difference.
time. Well, let me finish, and you will know what I'm talking about. What I'm saying is, you can make the fuckers uncomfortable in their seats. You can make them feel uncomfortable. You can make him You can make. Do you think, for example, if the ownership
We
of
did,
Chelsea,
and 6 months later we started singing "We Got Our Tottenham Back." So what do you want these
but
fans?
that's what I'm saying.
You're asking these
Okay,
fans to do
Now-
something that they can't comprehend.
But that's
It's
what I'm
like-
saying. In the different clubs, you can.
It's like Socrates with the shadow people on the cave walls. That's all they understand is shadows on the cave
No, but
wall.
Alex, again,
And then
like-
Ange is opening the door saying, "Get your ass out here. There's a whole world." And they're like, "It's too bright. There's too many trees. What's that squawking in that tree? Oh, it's a bird? What the hell's a bird?" And then they're like, "I don't like this. Get me back into the cave." And that's where
Alex,
Spurs
what-
fans are comfortable in their little fucking cave with their little computers. And like, "Oh, I know it all. Ainge should have substituted at this moment." It's like, bro, get off FIFA. All right, this ain't FIFA. This is real life.
Well, half of this panel is on FIFA. Coach manager.
I play FIFA every fucking night.
No.
so-
I'm saying football managers.
Oh,
Alex, going back to our conversation, what can be done then? What change are they going to see? What example?
I'm
have
saying
you
is
got
like-
of what example have you got of this happening in a big club?
At Chelsea,
It's not
fire
happening.
the
Chelsea.
manager.
Oh my god.
Fire the manager.
Chelsea,
I do remember us
whatever you
World
want
Cup
to
process
say,
and they spent a
whatever you want to say about the
this.
club, Chelsea
Hang on.
wants to win, right? Chelsea wants to win titles. The
Exactly,
ownership wants
and
to
that's
win,
the
and the fans
definition.
wants to win.
I
So if
cannot
they're
give you
making
example of
If
Chelsea.
they're making changes to that, hold on, let me finish talking. If they're making changes to that, it's because the club wants to win either way. Like the ownership wants to win either way. Spurs don't want to win; they don't care about that. So what are you chanting to make them do? What is the goal?
I think
Yeah, like also you're with Chelsea. Nothing
You can't
about
chase
what
the
these
ownership
owners
out.
have done.
We've already talked about that. So he's saying something different, obviously. He's saying make
I'm
them
saying is-
uncomfortable
I'm
not to
saying
go
is-
out.
What these, if you want to focus on these owners, for example, we have nothing outside of the first window. Since the January window after that, nothing they have done has changed in terms of managers, transfer strategy. Nothing has changed.
Here's
So
the
even
thing,
when we
Scott. Maybe I'll break you news. I don't have problem with ownership buying the players. Tottenham ownership have problem with buying players. So I cannot complain about the ownership. I can
Cool, then what
complain who
example
they
do you
hire.
have? That goes back to what
no,
I
you
said.
can't
What
complain
example do
about
you
the
have?
ownership. You can't
What
complain about the
example do you
ownership because
have
when you
of
have a
this
summer
happening at a
window,
big club?
every
Listen.
summer we're left 3 players short from actually doing anything. We always
Jacob,
buy
I
enough
know
to
you
maintain
do-
where
you
we're
do,
at. We're like a
not
drug
Chelsea.
addict. We're not trying to invest in a big bag of
Jacob,
Coke. We're like,
Jacob,
let me just get
you
enough
see-
Coke to fix me for right now. And
Yeah.
that's how we operated for
Jacob,
20 plus
Jacob,
years.
I-
And now
this
we're
is
just
what
a
I tried to
crackhead who has no
explain it to
home.
Scott. This is what I tried to explain it to Scott.
I didn't hear you.
Technically-
I was talking.
Well, this is maybe this is what Spurs fans should do. Listen to the fans that actually have success.
But you're a
Yeah,
Chelsea fan.
Multitask.
So
Yeah,
why
and
would
we
I
have
listen to you
success.
about how Tottenham?
Your
Your
Oh,
advice
about
would be
success.
to how to fuck up Tottenham, which we're doing just fine without it, your advice. So
How to fuck up Tottenham? Really? Would you like to be? Hold on a second.
no, I
Did
said we're
you
doing just fine without your advice
Okay,
on how
so
to fuck
you
us
saying
up.
what
So.
we doing at this moment is we fucking up Chelsea as a club?
No,
right
I said
now.
you have a bald manager, and that's really the only hope I have of winning on Sunday is that my manager hates baldies.
You know what's funny, Alex? You know what's funny about Chelsea fans right now is Chelsea fans
Shout out
love to
Steve.
talk about how big they are. They love to talk about how, league titles, Champions Leagues, big things. So act like you've been here before, Alex. This shouldn't be nothing new to you. Challenging and being on like 27 points,
Yeah.
a few points off top isn't something to be, gloating about. It's not like, oh yeah, we're doing good, we're doing great this season.
Mhm.
No, you've started off well. Do your thing, man. Let it be consistent throughout the whole season. It's Enzo's first year. You're still learning a lot, and you've come off the back of 2 very
I'm
poor
just
seasons.
taking from
So
Jacob
I wouldn't
jab
sit here
at
and be like,
Chelsea.
oh, come and be like us.
No,
We're
no,
doing
no,
so
no,
great.
no. Jacob threw the jab by saying,
Ainge
why
started
would I
that
can
meme, by the
learn
way,
from
with his
Chelsea?
hands in his pockets. Just wants that to be known.
By the way,
Ainge had his hands in his pockets.
he threw the
Fans,
jab
little
by
panties got up in the
saying,
jab.
what should I learn from Chelsea? That's the jab. And I retweet.
No, I
took
was
the
saying
jab.
you were saying listen to a fan who
No,
experienced
fan,
success, and I
fan,
said,
fan.
why would I listen to a Chelsea fan when a Chelsea fan? I'm assuming your intention would be to fuck up Tottenham, which I said we're doing just fine without your help.
Okay. What I was trying to say is,
there's
I
a
have
left-wing
no problem
newspaper
with
that
Chelsea
states
ownership
that
buying the
mean
players.
racist now.
Tottenham has problem with ownership because they don't have
Yeah,
a
the
good
meme
summers.
you just used.
That's the difference.
I agree.
I can.
I agree with
So
you,
for
Alex.
me, I can complain and let
Really?
ownership know about the managers that do not do good job, right? So my prospect
Send
of
me that.
how I make my owners uncomfortable by the way they hire the managers. So when a manager does not do well, and the ownership saying, "Oh, but he's doing well," we will make that ownership know that you've seen doubles because this manager is not good. You need to get rid of him. That's what I'm saying. Tottenham should do. Make Tottenham Football Club pay attention to the trophies and saying, "Look, we need to win something. Doesn't matter how." I'm not saying get rid of Levy, but you need as the fans make sure they know that your directions is to win the trophies because your ownership basically performed the way your fans are performing, right? If I understood Jacob right, you're saying that the fans can be happy one week and unhappy next week. That's how your ownerships behaves, just like your fan base. That's it.
Not wrong.
Wait, what do you want the fans to do though? I don't. Like...
I don't know, man. Go burn that stadium. Joking, obviously.
Hey, that's a shout.
I mean, I'll be honest. A lot of times I think about the only way to fix this thing is to burn it all down and rebuild. But literally burn it all down.
Yes.
Or how about
you guys would just be better without Levy. Actually, no, I say that it would be better without Levy. It leads me to the super chat from CNAT saying, "Is Jerry Jones really trying to buy your club? Please let this be true as a suffering Cowboys fan. If you want tiles, he'll get them for you."
I'm Cowboys fan. I'm sad.
Cowboys, bro.
I swear he's a bad owner from everything that I've heard.
Well, I used to work for his family, a very lovely family. He's a family-oriented man. He's a man who loves winning. He's a man who loves money. He loves winning, and he loves his family, and he loves Jesus. So that's him. Yeah.
So
but I mean, if he's like a good person, what billionaire is a good person?
So everything, not what Levy is not.
Yeah, he loves winning.
Wait, can I ask you a question? Jacob, when was the last time that Cowboys won something?
1994 or 95, somewhere around
Keep
there.
that guy away from my club.
Yeah.
Oh, but when he came in, George, he bought the club for 255 million, and then within 25 years turned it into 4+ billion. Now it's 10+ billion.
Huh?
And but don't worry, they haven't won since 1994.
Is there actually rumors that the Cowboys trying to buy Tottenham?
2 days ago, his yacht and his private jet were in London. My assumption, my best guess, and I'll tell you this right now, like from working for the Cowboys,
that's the clue.
He's been talking about opening a franchise in London for years. For 10+ years, he's been wanting to, because when NFL Europe went under and all that European revenue stopped, then there was like no overseas. So then they started doing the London games where they would come and four teams would play. And then they started saying, people actually fill up these bowls, and there's a really nice stadium in London. So my assumption, and this is all assumption, okay? This is not anything based in factual source evidence, but it's my theory that there's no way, because if he came in to buy the club, he would run it exactly the way Levy runs it, which is, how is my bottom line affected? I've been in meetings, video, because I'm not in a meeting guy. I'm not a fucking suit and tie guy. I'm the camera guy or audio guy or whatever. And I've been in meetings where he just walks in, and they have a whole presentation. He's like, I don't want to see that. Well, tell me the bottom line. Show me the bottom line. That's all he cares about. It's not about any of it. The money is all he cares about. So if nothing would change for Tottenham if he took over, because when he wanted success with the Dallas Cowboys, that's because he loves the Dallas Cowboys. He was young, he was hungry, and eager to prove himself. And he had a huge ego. He still has a huge ego, but money is what drives that ego, not winning
Here's
anymore.
the thing. Jerry Jones always liked football. I almost said Russian football. Like real football, not the one that played with the... I'm saying the real football.
Soccer.
I was in Arlington, Texas, watching Chelsea, and every friendlies are always happened there.
You're in Arlington, Texas? That's my old stomping ground.
So I was there. I know how much this owner like to soccer to be played at his stadium. He knows the game. I'm not surprised he wants to expand his market and everything. What one thing that people realize, he old as fuck.
Yeah.
So
But
first of
see,
all,
this is why he's too old to go try and prove himself as a winner.
Exactly. But here's people what don't realize billionaires do. That's not his kids. His kids have a different. By the way, Cowboys are gonna be owned by his grandkid before he's gonna be owned by the son.
Stephen Jones.
Because he's the more.
I'll tell you a conversation my boss actually told me when I was like, "Yo, I've been here for 6 years. I think it's a little bit below my prowess to go shoot Jerry Jones' great grandson or grandson playing basketball. I got to go film him doing basketball drills." And I'm like, "Bro, I'm not an intern anymore. That was 5 years ago." He's like, "I'll tell you this right now. You work here long enough, that young dude's going to be your boss. So either you do it or I got to hire someone who will."
What I'm saying is, you could be if Jerry Jones buys Spurs, you could be another Arsenal. Because what happened is the father of the Arsenal does not like to invest in the football, but his son is running Arsenal. All of a sudden became better owner, right?
Yeah.
First of all, you don't want Jerry Jones.
George, let's tab you on, bro. Everyone, sub to the channel.
How many titles?
You up and on, brother.
So you don't want Jerry Jones anywhere near your club. He's
no, you don't.
absolute
I want him.
He's a scumbag. Look, I lived in Dallas, Texas in the 90s. Okay?
Wow,
And
those are the times.
I had-
Yeah, baby.
That's a great time to be there.
I worked at a movie theater, and some of the girls that were my employees
Ooh, juicy.
were in
They
club,
signed the
an
NDA?
18-year-old and below club, and Jerry Jones is in there dancing with young girls. This dude is a scumbag. You don't want him anywhere near your club.
Dancing with Ghosts.
Well, I will also say
We're
this,
under
like in
18,
regards
yeah.
to his
There
proclivities
you go.
outside of all of it, it's all been marred with weird, like
Siniak,
bro,
you weren't
there's,
even
there's,
burning
there's
and I
two
just shut
different
up, man.
lawsuits he's in the middle of, or I don't even know if they got solved or whatever, but he was paying a woman for 20 plus years a yearly allowance to not say anything, and then the daughter's like, "But that's my dad," and she came out and spoke about it. So now he's suing them, they're suing him, but he's suing them because they broke the NDA. It's a whole mess, but it's basically like, "You're not my kid, you're my dad." But it's like, my theory on, and I don't think he's going to do anything about buying Tottenham. My theory is this: if he's going to open a London-based NFL team, he's wanting a stadium, a top-of-the-line stadium, as close to AT&T Stadium as possible, which the architects are the same fucking ones, by the way, that built the AT&T Dallas Cowboys Stadium. They're the same. If you look at it, and you go to the Star, which is the training facility in Frisco, Texas, there's the practice Ford Field is what I believe they branded it. Ford, best in Texas is what they say. So they
Damn,
rebranded
there's
it.
the proper redneck accent there.
Yeah, come on now.
Hey, don't be hating on
Ford
Texas.
is the best in Texas. You look at it, it's the same fucking architect, like of the player walkout for Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. It's the same exact. So like my theory is he went there to explore the business opportunities of like, maybe I buy 5% of the company so then I can use this stadium 8 times a year for this team. So that's my theory. Is that he's just trying to see if he can use the fucking stadium for his plays.
Yeah.
I've been in the Arlington Stadium. It was a great stadium, but every new stadium is based on the better stadium. So when they finished that stadium in 2009, I was there before even Cowboys kicked the ball in there. I was there in the summer of 2009. And that stadium was amazing. And then I went to Atlanta, to Mercedes Stadium.
What a
air condition. With air condition.
See, I'm out.
With
The Benz Stadium, bro, is crazy.
That Mercedes Stadium doesn't have a 50 feet whatever the TV, because by now that TV is not high def. It was built in 2009, so that TV
they've replaced the plan. They've replaced the panels. It is.
I'm just joking that the stadiums become
It's like
old.
it's like 3,000 TVs make up that one side that you see. It's crazy.
Big up to the stadium. Spurs are shit. Chelsea's winning, bro. Like, let's talk about that.
Yeah, let's get. We'll get back into the game. Fuck it. So Jacob, do you see any hope for you on Sunday? Because you're one of the more optimistic Tottenham fans. And like, I look at this and I'm trying to take my Chelsea hat off and think about it from a neutral perspective. But fuck me, you lot are vulnerable going into this. Your form's not good. Yeah, you did beat Tottenham 4-0, but like you haven't capitalized on it.
We beat Tottenham 4-0?
You mean City?
City 4-0. Still
Oh,
need to
you mean
wake up
Tottenham
3
beat
hours.
Tottenham 4-0?
Yeah, they beat City 4-0, but then they haven't capitalized on it. They've got a fuck ton of injuries. There's infighting between the fans and the manager. There isn't really a lot of confidence, and then you take into account the head-to-head record between us. I don't even think the fans are necessarily going to be up for the same vim as before. Yeah, hella injuries. They got like no Romero, no Van der Ven. They got no Vicario. I think they're missing Ben Davies now. He's out injured as well.
Do we have
I don't even think that's
why?
all of them.
Why Son does not start the game
Richarlison,
anymore?
Bentancur, all of these.
Are we injured?
Son has not been
Out.
good, bro.
They're all out.
Bentancur is suspended for racismo.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yeah, the Son
The
comments.
FA suspended him 7 or 8 Premier League.
Yeah.
English
Why is Son is
competitions.
not started?
So he
by
can
the way?
play in Europa, but that's it.
Why is Son comes off the bench not starting?
He started on Sunday versus Fulham, so I'm assuming that means that he wants to start
But
him
he
on
didn't
this Sunday
start-
versus Chelsea.
He didn't start it on yesterday.
Bournemouth.
Or
Yeah,
Probably rotation, isn't it?
but that's what I'm saying is he started
Oh,
versus
he's a rotation. Okay.
So I think he got rotated versus Bournemouth, and he came off of the bench and did absolutely fuck all.
Poro
shit,
also.
We got here. We go, everyone.
Oh my
Under
God.
16 talent Matthias Abue from Watford.
Oh my God! Who is
Signed
this
for the
looking?
Chelsea. Oh, sorry,
Is
Alex.
that me?
Did you say sorry, Alex?
You don't like the siren in it flashbacks. Come on,
Is it
we got
Chernobyl?
here we go, guys.
Back, bro.
Flashbacks of Chernobyl or what?
Something like that.
Gives me memories of home, man.
Something like that.
Something like
Under 18 talent Matthias Abue from Watford.
You know who
I
that
feel
is?
like I'm missing the mark.
Lewis, you know who that is? That's the kid of
No,
Abue.
I ain't got a fucking clue.
That's
but-
the kid of Abue, the Arsenal player.
Emmanuel Abue. Aha!
I
You're
look-
win
I
more at
look-
Chelsea than at Arsenal.
Good
Wow.
for him. I look forward to seeing him sold to like Fulham in like 3 years.
Since
That's pure
Jimmy is
profit,
not,
man. Big up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's pure
Jimmy
Jimmy is
profit.
not
Big up.
here, I'm
Shut up,
taking
man.
dig with Matt and say, "Hey, Matt, we signed a kid. You got a van." Pass.
Oh, I saw that.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna defend my bro Jimmy, man. Man ain't coming back.
And all that started because Jimmy was defending me.
Really?
Yeah.
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 I
What
didn't
happened
even know
with
what
Jimmy?
started.
What happened
I
with
was
Jimmy? I love
literally
Jimmy.
jumped in. I was.
Oh, the
I was
whole of
driving.
yesterday's draw was just Jimmy
I was
versus
Parentheses
Matt.
heated.
Bro,
I swear, man.
he sent me, man. When he said, "If you're bold and small, clap your hands."
Oh my word! When I saw it, I was like, man, I
I'm
drive a
dying, man.
van. I was like, wow, you just opened yourself for the shark, for the target.
Usually those kind of things get on that no context clips, but
It was the
unfortunately, I
whole
haven't
stream.
seen
There
it.
was no way it would have made no contact. They would have had to clip up the whole stream, bro.
No, Lewis, I think
Yeah,
you're asking
I
me
saw all
something.
that was going on.
Yeah.
I clicked out.
Let's
I said,
go.
nah, I'm
Let's
good
go,
today.
Tottenham. Lewis asked.
You were listing a whole laundry list of reasons why the odds are stacked against Tottenham. To me, those you're just adding ice cream scoops onto ice cream scoops. And the same things were said versus City. Oh, they got so and so back. We did this. We don't have this. They have this. They've done this. We haven't done that. And lo and behold, so I guess my only hope would not be based in any real like factual evidence other than my manager's record versus bald managers is a factual reference I could use. Or I know I've mentioned it a few times. It's all I got. Or
we don't win big games. We don't win big games. So you have a chance. There.
or Tottenham, whenever you're not supposed to win, we do. When you're supposed to win, we don't. And so it's like if that trend, which has been true most of the season, if that remains true, then I like our chances. But those are two really.
Jacob,
I'm just.
I
I'm
think those are
saying, Father,
valuable.
Son, the Holy
Those-
Spirit. Can someone help me?
When
Those are
had that
valid-
happen, Jacob?
valid-
Let's talk
valid
about it real
answer.
quick. Let's talk about it real quick. All right. So the 2 times it's happened 2 times this year, right? You guys have beaten Aston Villa and Manchester City. right? The 2 times that you're talking about when you weren't supposed to beat them, you beat them, right? Those are the 2 times you're talking about, right?
Well, we also never beat United in front of Old Trafford fans since last time was Clint Dempsey and Gareth
Fantastic.
Bale. So.
We can even add that one, right?
Shout out Clint Dempsey.
There's context to each and every one of those scenarios. Okay. First, Manchester United. You got the end of the Ten Hag era. You got the butt end of that shit. You got the very end of that shit. All right. That's the first. And we all know what he was doing. Second, Villa were on a 4 to 5 game like non-winning streak during the time
winless.
No, but they drew 2 winless. But yeah,
but their manager's scintillating, scary. He's not a bozo. He flaps his arms around like a wacky inflatable flailing arm tube man. Therefore, he's got all the fucking answers. He's doing all this when he's down 4-1, but no one's talking about his goddamn hands.
Hey.
Sorry.
I think Spurs have the one common thing.
And then you have City, who were also on a 4-game run of winless.
But who started that? Because of us. We started it. Ainge broke Pep.
You did, to your credit.
To your credit, you're right.
Yes.
But
I just think it depends what kind of Spurs will get.
This isn't a team that's filled with injuries.
It all depends what kind of Spurs team will get.
In the downs of the dumps, like that hasn't had anything to look forward to. This isn't the same team, same kind of teams you've played that within those 3 opportunities that you had that have risen you up, right? Every team that's been decently structured has knocked you down. That's really what
I wouldn't even say decently structured. I would say just adapt to us. If you adapt to us, your chances are very good.
That's what I was trying to say. If we can pressure you, if we can press you, you done. You're done.
Yep. Yeah.
The problem with Chelsea,
we are not dealing with press very well right now either.
Yes,
all season.
What I'm
really,
saying is Chelsea does not go with press every game, and I don't know that why. Because Man United, we didn't press, and to be fair, when we pressed, they outplayed us from the back.
Mm.
So it depends what kind of press we're gonna apply, and
that's why a lot of it. I think I really, people give me shit because I'm supposed to always shit on Chelsea, but like from a purely non-biased standpoint, Enzo Maresca's given a lot of reasons why I think Chelsea fans should love him. First of all, the way he speaks in front of the media, like everyone shits all over Ange because he looks down, his hands are in his pockets, and he says, "Mate," but I love a straight shooter. Ange is pretty honest, but he's also like willing to concede in order to protect others because he's that kind of a guy.
And
he's just Australian, man. He's just Australian.
Well, I don't think he contradicts himself a lot. I think that people run with his quotes and they love to make a fucking mountain out of a molehill. Is that what they say?
Yeah,
that's saying.
But Steve, what have you heard specifically that's contradictory?
Everything. Like
Steve didn't hear shit. Steve just
was just making shit up as he
goes. Let him go.
No, a lot of Spurs fans have said this, so he's not far off.
He's like a bubble guy, like a bubble head. Like
I was just like, no, that shit before he even landed. Let him go.
Let him go, bro.
I'm gonna grab my water real quick, but I can hear you.
But
Steve saying that's something that a lot of Spurs fans have said about Ange. So it's not like he's shooting into the dark here.
Right. So one of the things that comes to mind instantly is about this year, about you wanting to be in a title race. And, the squad, the squad was good. The summer was good. I got the players I wanted. I was backed. And then in other moments, he'll say stuff like, oh, we're not ready yet, and yada, yada, yada. Like, and I'm not saying it's...
This is every manager does. Tuchel said we don't need a midfielder.
Huh?
Tuchel said we don't need a midfielder. Every manager says that.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, he does.
It's press management. It's just press management, man.
It's a press conference, man. You should not take serious what manager's saying. And Letsky says, like, oh, Chelsea is supposed to win the trophies, and the 2 losses later, he says, oh, it must take time.
I don't know. I think you can take stuff out of press conferences and just like I see where like Tottenham fans struggle with this guy because sometimes he's like extremely.
They struggle
vibrant.
in life. Those ones who struggle in life. Meet me outside, motherfucker, if you got a problem with what I said. Any Spurs fan out there.
Jacob, isn't it though? Like certain press conferences, he does look like he is like on top of the world, chest out. Like, and then certain ones, he's like a little bit like dejected.
I hear
you know what I'm saying,
bro. I'm telling you, everything a rival says. There's a Spurs fan who've said it 10 times, and I've fucking rebutted it every time. So I understand what you're saying, and I can see why it would look like that. But again, like you said, with our wins, let's apply context, right? To the situations. So in year 1, we're undefeated after 10 matches, and they're like, you know, asking him, oh, can you do this? Can you do this? He says, it's okay to dream. It's okay to do this. It's okay to do that, right? But then when we start getting injuries and we start losing, he's like, we got to have some reality here. Say, oh, now you're contradicting yourself, Ange. You said I'm allowed to dream, but now I need reality. Now, what is that? And it's like, oh, now another thing is, oh, he's not as happy in his post-match press. Oh, you're referring to the post-match press conference where we just fucking lost to Crystal Palace?
No.
And he's supposed to come on and be like, oh, yeah, have a good day, mate. Let's put a few shrimp on the barbie.
Spurs fans are not allowed to dream. You know the rules, man.
They're just like a lot of.
I know. As soon as I did, everything fucking fell apart. Van de Ven, everything.
Like Jacob, with managers, you'd rather have them to be even keeled and like not put pressure, like not put all the pressure on like their players, or not put all the pressure on themselves.
He takes all of it from them.
Yeah, I get that, right? I get that. No, I see that on almost every press conference. But like, it's the big thing here. The big thing that I'm trying to say is he wears his heart on his sleeve. So it's like every single time something happens, it's like an emotional rise or emotional drop, and the fan base is like it.
I don't think it has nothing to do.
The fan base,
so like every
you
person,
guys said this
basically,
earlier.
you just described every person's emotions, man.
The fan base mirrors the fan base mirrors your manager. So it's like going to end up being like
I don't think it's that. I just think Postecoglou, he has a big character. He's a big character when he speaks. He's a character guy. So people just take him as a character, like he's a big personality.
He is a competitive man. Exactly. If you're a man and you are competitive and you just lost, are you supposed to fucking be happy about that?
No. I just think people misconclude.
Are you supposed to be? Oh, it's okay, mate. He's full. Put a few shit on the Barbie. It's not just because he said it was all happy once after we stomped some people doesn't mean he's got to continue to. No one's happy all week.
Jacob, go watch Enzo Maresca's press conference after the Liverpool game.
That's because he's Italian, bro.
But he's exactly. That's what I'm saying.
He's emotional in his own way, man. But he's emotional in his own way. Everybody's emotional, Joey.
He's also fucking 2 months into a job, 3 months into a job. Give him 18 months, a couple bad results, a couple fucking fans saying "fuck off, fuck you, you fat piece of shit," and then let's see how he starts responding. When again, let's remember the context of it. The media. I worked for the fucking media in America. You know, CBS, if you're in DFW, CBS 11 was the channel. I worked for them. I worked for I've been in media, and their literal job is to find out any way that they can get a story to get the most amount of attention. And so whoever did the whole hey, you know, Ange, you usually win year 2, huh? He's like, no, I don't usually win. I always win in my second year. They've taken that fucking quote, a correction, an answer to a question where he's correcting the guy asking said question. And they've taken it and said, oh, well, if he doesn't win in his second year, then he's fucking idiot, fat, go back to Scotland. And it's like, that's not, he's not saying. And so then they're like, oh, the next press conference after we lost, like, well, you said you're going to win this year and you're going to challenge for the thing. He's like, the fuck are you talking about? He's a normal dude who's competitive as shit.
I think people misunderstand his comments with his personality. He just has a big personality. That's
Jacob,
all it is.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think you're misconstruing that part of it. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, okay? I just think that your fan base, okay? Your fan base, this fan base that you, the fan base that you can, that says you all go to hell, I get it. But I think they mirror the way that he reacts to things. Like if you're super
like a human
about, but that's, think about it, right? Think about it this way, right? This is the way I'm thinking about it.
Right? So they don't want a human, right? That's what.
If you're super emotional after a loss, right? As a manager, the rest of your fan base is going to be super.
Bro, but that's every manager, though. That's every manager.
And that's exactly it.
Point of the
So when you're more
I don't
even
know
keeled
what.
bro, okay, we're not gonna I'm not gonna get through with my point. So like,
I have interrupted you a
I'm not
few
gonna get
times.
through
I'm
my
sorry
point.
about that. I do want to hear your point, though.
I'm not sorry to interrupt you. You waffling for 5 minutes.
Yeah, no worries, bro.
Bravo.
So, but I hear what you're saying, and I do agree with that notion. I just don't think that Ange has been this roller coaster of emotions, because for me, he says before a match, when he's like says, if someone says, "Oh, it's flowery and fluffy," you know, before a match, I'm fuming, I'm flying with emotions. I would love a flower, fuck it. But after a loss, I'm pissed, and he's like, "Yeah, this fucking sucks. I'm fucking pissed." You know, how have you said this or that? He's all grumpy. Yeah, I'm grumpy too, motherfucker. You better see my post match. Like, I'm pissed and I'm yelling. It's like media are there, and they're constantly, and it's like the same group of 11 to 17 guys, by my estimation of the size of press conference rooms in the Premier League clubs. In America, is about, depending on the news day, it could be 10, it could be 35, 50.
Yeah.
But my assumption, let's say on average 15 to 20 reporters, that is a cycle throughout a calendar year that you see on a human level, and every week they're getting a little bit more. You did say you said you could dream, but you've lost 3. You've lost 3. Are you still dreaming?
They do that to
it's like,
Pep.
fuck
They do that
you.
to Pep. They do that to every manager.
They do it to
Every manager gets worked up. Bro, Pep is...
Bro, Enzo Maresca today. Enzo Maresca just today, bro.
Yes.
Enzo
Pep
Maresca
is
just today.
really-
They asked
Pep
him about
is
the
drama
title.
queen too. Pep is
Enzo
really
Maresca
drama
today.
queen.
They asked him about the title. And he goes, even the Italian manager, the Italian reporter who's supposed to be on my side's asking me now. Like, they just brush that shit off and move on, bro. Like that's just what it is. Like these.
I'll tell you, today's press conference, he looks like he's like when he does the squinty eyed, that's how I know he's pissed. He's like, he starts squinting at the reporters. He's like,
did he freeze or did I freeze?
He's trying to see who's talking, bro.
He's like, which one of you? And it's like, bro, because normally he's just like, kind of like, oh yeah, I'm chill. But today, in today's press conference, I was watching.
He's gonna be suspended for making fun of Sancho in the press conference.
When did he make fun of Son?
Hey yo.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, bro.
Oh, Jacob, you mean
Is that meant to be a Bentancur joke?
Yes, I'm saying Postecoglou tried to be a Bentancur and make the eye small when you said that. When you said that,
Jacob voted for Campbell, bro. He didn't get that joke at all.
Jacob, you didn't get it.
Bro,
You just
oh, brother.
You said that your manager made the eyes smaller, and I was like, is he trying to be a Bentancur joke?
Let's just move on.
Oh,
yeah, move on from
fuck it now. Move on.
In regards to Sunday, I do think Son will start, and I hope that he has a fire up his ass, because you know what? His substitute performance yesterday was left a lot to be desired. I'll be honest.
Jacob.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go on.
It's okay, man.
No,
it's okay
I was just gonna say that on the notion of Son, like there's a lot of narratives going around that he's done, he's cooked, he's this, and then before the match, Ange said in his conference that he basically said, "Oh, it's good for me if you count Son out, do it, and then it'd be bad for you," kind of a thing. And I was like, "Yeah, okay, that kind of made me feel good." And then Son comes off the bench, and it's like, "Fuck," like, damn it. I guess maybe it wasn't a good thing for that, or a good thing for us that they doubted it. Maybe they're right, and it's like now I'm doubting myself for still believing in him.
Offsides goal, and he was so hyped, bro. He was.
You saw how much that meant to him.
He was very offside, and he was like, "Me?"
He was
a mile outside, bro.
5 meters, like at least 3 yards, 4 yards. He was offside.
But that's how you could tell, though. He was in his own head that he wanted to score so bad he didn't even realize how offside
he wants it. And then, but after that, the next 6 times he had the ball, he gave it away on a bad touch. He passed it short and it didn't get to the man, or he gave a hospital pass, and then it was another giveaway. It was 6 bad possessions. I remember I was like, son, what the fuck, bro? You're the captain. You're supposed to, again, this is where I don't put all the blame on Ange specifically for a lot of our capitulations, especially Brighton. I look at fucking Cuti Romero, and you know how much I love that guy. But again, I love my club more than any player, manager, or owner. So Levy can't ruin the club for me. Ainge can't ruin the club. Players, I fucking lived with Eric Dyer for almost 10 years. If he couldn't ruin the club for me, no one in this God's green earth can ruin this club for me. But I digress. I do have to jump in just a second. However,
no, it's great to have you on as well. Bless up, bro. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, I appreciate the invite. It's been fun. I just think that in regards to tomorrow, my only hope is that Son has that, like, you know, what it was, the old priest, the whipping priest mentality when the priests used to whip themselves. Like, I thought of a woman naked. I think of them titties. And she's like, I hope Son mentally, not physically, mentally is like, I fucking sucked yesterday. We lost to the Cherries. That's 2 times we've dropped points to the Cherries in the last like 11 years or something. So to me, Son's liable for that. You come off the bench as a fucking captain away from home. Lift me, sir. Lift me up like a fucking Whitney Houston song. I think it was Whitney Houston or Mariah Carey. I don't fucking know. But
Pretty sure it was Mariah Carey, but yeah.
Someone said, you lift me up so I can walk on mountains. And God damn it, Son, you didn't lift me up. It was as if Son tried to pick me up in real life. He can't, I promise you. But there was a point that was made, I don't know if Deji or George made it earlier, and it was our defense, because we only have 1 senior center back likely going into tomorrow, or Sunday.
By the way.
Yeah. My time's all fucked up. I've been working overnight, so I'm all fucked up. If we relied on our attack more, I don't think that's actually going to work, because when we do rely on our attack, we've still lost those games, even with our starting defenders out there.
Yeah.
To me, it's going to be dependent on who's in the midfield and what they do. I think if James Maddison starts, we're not going to have a lot of joy. I think if you start Kulusevski and you have Basuma and Sar, that's our best hope. And you tell Basuma or Sar, like, one of you just fucking stand there and you just cover the half space. Don't fucking move. Because Poro, or tell Poro Udogi, don't fucking move. Someone's got to not fucking move. These center backs are going to need some help. And as much as I love consistency to philosophy and saying, fuck you, if you suck, if you can't play this way, I'm not going to adapt to you, you little bitch. You adapt to me. And that's how Ange feels. And I love that. He's the same kind of fucking nuts first kind of dude like me. Fuck you, it's me, or you're out of here. By Dyer, by Kane, by the whole leadership group. Fuck y'all. Y'all have literally helped us be shit for so long. And I keep getting away from the game because I'm so fucked up about yesterday that I'm like big picture with Tottenham right now, and I'm trying to like go back to Sunday specifically. But if Ange, and this is where I'm going to say, if he just a little bit of an adapt, just you tell 2 of those players don't fucking move, and I think we'll be a little bit. There's some hope there. And again, your manager's bald, so there's hope there. And then there's hope because Tottenham, you never fucking know. And when people think they know, the opposite happens. So everyone thinks they know what's happening Sunday. So maybe the opposite. Maybe.
That's what's going to happen.
I am cautiously optimistic.
No, we're being Spurs.
Cautiously optimistic.
I know, but see, that's my hope. I'm like, you know what? Sometimes everyone thought the undefeated Boston Patriots were going to do the shit. But guess what? Goofy ass mouth breathing Eli, he's just woo, and it's just luck and a prayer, and they did it.
There's a
come on, you Spurs, we can do it. We can do it. Just believe in the anti-bald agenda. Believe and just hold it. Just stand there, you fuckers. Stop running forward.
I gotta go. I'll see you guys later.
Take care, Alex. Bless up.
I do gotta go, so I just wanted to end on that note. A little glory on my attempt at glory. Again, my 3 points are a little bit of just don't fucking go forward, please, sir. a little bit of bald agenda, and Tottenham never do what you think we're gonna do, for good or for worse. Unless it's Chelsea. I know. Even when we've been good and you've been shit, you've always stomped on us. Even when it's at every juncture, whether you're on your way to something or you're just fuck it, you step on us. I understand. But that's why I always believe Ange is the breaker of curses. Ange broke a lot of trends. He's broken a lot of patterns that have happened with Tottenham.
Bro, Ange got bodied by a Chelsea team in our biggest injury crisis.
We had 14 injuries, and we had
to be fair, we fucking started falling apart with injuries and suspensions.
Hashtag United, bro.
But that's the thing.
Gilchrist test. He got a clean sheet.
Oh, shut up, man, about Gilchrist. Fuck Gilchrist. But like,
I mean, the name of Christ is in his name, so I want to say it was a holy day, and we were just respecting the Lord.
But even the City thing, you always beat City, even when they're good and you're shit. Like, you still always beat City for some reason. So like, we're beating you. I've no doubt in my mind that we're beating you because we always beat you.
Yeah. Well, you know, I kind of think you will too, but that's why I felt like we were going to lose versus City. I didn't say it publicly, but I felt like we were going to lose versus City, and we fucked them up. I'm not saying this is the same exact thing. Like Joey said earlier, a lot of context needs to be applied. Y'all are in some fantastic form. I think defensively, you've sorted out a lot of the problems you had in the first 3 matches or so. I think we give a lot of space and freedom to number 10s that want to run around. Morgan Rogers, I was cooking him before again. I said, who's Mr. Rogers? What kind of sweater is he going to wear today? And it was almost a fucking Tottenham Christmas sweater, but luckily the rest of his team is shit. But he was cooking. Amari Hutchison, he drifted into the 10 position. You give anyone like Cole Palmer, if you're, I'm assuming Cole Palmer is going to get the ball, have that freedom to operate in the areas that we like to just leave open. And if that's the case, there's going to be a lot of trouble. So that's what I'm saying. One of y'all just stand there, just fucking stand there. Don't let Cole Palmer run around.
Jacob, I have a question for you.
Shit. Pedro Neto, GA. Put a bet on it. I'm put a bet on it.
Because what's going to happen is Cole Palmer is going to have fucking 15 yards radius around him, and then our the one center back and maybe Archie Gray is the 4th option center. I don't know who's going to be there. They're going to crash in because oh shit, it's Cole Palmer, and then that's going to leave space for your wingers, of course. So it's going to be doomsday.
Jacob, question.
Could be, not going to be.
When this,
sorry.
When this beating is bad, because I think it can be 5-6. Is that enough to sack Ange?
What a trap question.
If this meeting is
for me, for who? For me or for others? People have already been ready to sack Ange.
No, not for you. Not for you. I know where you stand with your ownership and everything. I'm talking about for your fan base, for Levy. Is that enough to sack him?
It could be. It could. I did feel as though if we lost versus Bournemouth and then you lose versus Chelsea, Chelsea's one of those matches where a lot of those fans that are at that stadium and around the grounds that are locals, they're going to be they're emotionally wrecked when we lose to London teams.
Yeah,
it West Ham, Fulham, every team from London. If you get a bad result, those people get genuinely fucked up because they go to work and then you got some fucking Ipswich dude laughing at you. Hey, who the fuck are you, dog?
Hey,
but
don't worry.
For me, it would not. But for a lot of people, I think they're already there, or even the ones that are teetering that line, it would be. Yeah, I could definitely see him if we, even if just losing, he could get the sack. I think.
Ange, don't worry, we'll free you, bro, from this Tottenham prison. We'll free you,
bro. Free Ange.
Well, I do gotta go, but on that note, I'm gonna say this: Ange, the breaker of chains. If not, save yourself, buddy. Save yourself. The ship has been sinking for a long time. The rats have always left. Not that he's a rat. He should survive like a good man, a proud man. The Australian's been catching a lot of heat lately because of people just mad at Australians. I don't know why. So shout out to kangaroos. Also want to say, believe in the power of a miracle and a kangaroo. If you wish upon a star, you kiss upon a roo. You never know what you can do, baby. All right. So Ange and Ange we trust. Yeah, kangaroo, bro. They've been my favorite animals since I was a kid. I fuck with the. So when Ange joined, bro, serendipitous. I can't lie.
There's just one super chat address to Spurs fans saying, "Don't worry, Spuds fans. After Poch completes his sentence at Guantanamo Bay after the World Cup, I'm sure he'll be back at Tottenham. They shouldn't let him out. They shouldn't let him out." Leave him.
Shouldn't let him out. He's warden of the prison now. He's the best manager USA's ever had in the history of our nation. So respect my George Washington, please. Respect my George Washington.
Move on. Please move on. We're gonna argue.
He may
about
have wooden
this. Please
teeth, but
move
respect
on.
my George Washington.
No,
I know this isn't the right
We're gonna
place
argue about
to
this.
say
Please
it.
move on. Please move on.
That bar's in hell. That bar is in hell.
Oh yeah, bro. We had Greg Berhalter, and he fucking abused his wife, and we wouldn't fire him. The fuck? The standards were below hell. Satan's asshole was where the standards are for USA managers.
Fuck.
Speaking of Satan, I hope you're free from terrorism soon.
Klinsmann's gonna have a better
fuck
record
Berhalter, but
than
Ange in.
Poch.
Take care, brother.
Big up,
See
y'all.
you
Bye bye.
soon, bro.
Big up.
Love Jacob.
Broke the chains, but there's still a cage, man. It's worth nothing. Anyway.
Yeah, I gotta head out of here too.
Bro. My bad, bro.
What's
Bless
up,
up, man.
bro?
Great to have
Bless
you
up,
on,
man.
bro. Big up. Big up to Anti LaFleur as well, saying big up Lewis. Big game for AC Chelsea today against Atalanta. I'll keep an eye on that.
They're gonna get pammed. They're
This
gonna
game
get
is-
fucking
This
pammed.
game is gonna be biblical, man. It's gonna be beautiful.
Oh, I can't
Hey,
wait. I can't
Let's not
wait.
jinx it, man.
We're
Let's
not-
There's
see.
no
What?
jinx. It's
Spurs.
Tottenham.
Spurs.
Fucking-
It's Spurs.
Spurs.
It's literally like, bro, come on.
Bro, there
Like I
was,
always say,
bro,
this isn't war. This is pest control.
there was more worry of, there was more worry of Southampton doing something against us than Spurs.
Bro, even last season under Poch, Lewis still got to smoke the Tottenham pack outside their stadium. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah,
not
we
do
did
this,
the
bro.
double. The double.
Yeah.
Bro. Hashtag United keeper on our bench. Come on, bro. Let's.
Bro,
Hey, man.
a shit
And the maddest
Jackson,
thing is,
a shit version of Jackson got a hat trick. Not the good version we have now. A shit version.
man got a hat trick and it's not dropped.
Do this. It's not do
I mean,
Bro,
that's
listen.
Dropped, man.
If we
Jackson
do win
is getting
title contenders,
Jackson.
contenders,
No, we're not. No, we're not in a title race. We're just a chill guy. We're just a chill
so
guy.
is Arsenal in the title race then?
Nah,
Is-
we're just a chill guy, bro.
We're just a chill guy,
There you
man.
go. At least Scott is honest.
I mean, you're in a title race right now.
Shut up, Steve. Shut up,
There
Steve.
isn't a title race. There's
It's not.
one
Listen,
team-
it's not our
If we-
fault. Hold up.
if we get the
How
best
is it
team,
our
then-
fault that City and Arsenal aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing, bro?
Mhm.
No, I'm
What
not
do you? I
asking-
never
I'm
said
not-
that.
We're just getting our
But I'm
points.
not
That's
saying.
it. No,
I'm
saying we're
not
just getting
saying
our
we're
points.
title
Yeah, you are.
contenders.
You are.
We're just a chill guy. That's it.
Well, what are you getting points for?
Well, like we said at the start of the
Top
season, bro.
four.
Top
Top
four is the
four.
aim.
Top
Yeah,
four.
listen. Yeah.
I mean, none of
By
us
the
will
way,
say
I
no
won't
if we
cry-
win the title. Yeah, none of us will complain if we win the title. But that's not our goal. You know what I mean? Like Arsenal's goals when they started the season
No,
was to win the
obviously,
league,
like,
right?
no, that's obviously our goal. And like,
Yeah.
if we're still in this position by like February, then yeah, we're in a title race.
Yeah.
We're
True. Scott, let's talk about that in February, not now.
But that's the difference between us and Arsenal. Arsenal's goal when they came to this season was to win the title, to challenge City and
Yeah.
improve upon
Listen,
last season.
we're not even. Listen, we're not supposed to even be in this club. You can't blame us for not being in that 10, man. Let's just
The
chill.
fact that we're second says a lot about everybody else. No.
By the way,
Yeah,
I won't
exactly.
crash it on you guys just because I said you're in a title race right now, and then you got, and if you guys,
Yeah,
don't
but
win the title,
Steve,
it doesn't
but
mean
Steve,
nothing.
we're not talking.
Steve, you
Yeah,
might not. Yeah,
Steve,
but
you won't. But Arsenal and Spurs fans want to put us in a title race because they know their clubs
Who
won't
gives a
win this
fuck
league.
about them?
Everyone, but they're the ones putting us in this race.
It's the
Everyone
baddest
knows.
folk, yep.
Every Arsenal and Spurs fans know City will still win this league. That's why they're trying to put us in it, so that when they fail, they can say Chelsea also failed too.
they
We're
want
not
us to say right now. Hold up. They want us to say right now that we're in a title race. So when it comes February, they're like, "Oh, there ends the Chelsea title charge. Look at how long that lasted."
Well,
Yeah,
you
bro, I'm
can
not-
say the same thing to Arsenal and Spurs when they don't win the fucking title.
Spurs.
Yes, but
No,
the thing is,
no,
but Steve,
But they told us
the
they're
thing
gonna
is,
challenge. though.
It's
They-
not a,
they-
it's not a lie.
No,
You're wrong.
No, but
It's
Steve,
not-
you know what the thing is? No, you know the difference is, Steve? Arsenal and Spurs fans put themselves in a title race. We haven't.
yeah,
Exactly.
It's not a lie, but it's a cope. They're
Right.
basically
We're just-
coping because they
we're
told us
just
they're gonna be
chilling.
favorites.
We're just chilling.
I
Listen,
remember,
like Scott
I remember the
said,
football terrorists with the headlines like Arsenal smashed. blah,
yeah,
blah, blah, all that shit. So-
like what Scott said. If we're there by February, then cool. But as of now, the start of December, let us bake for it, bro. We haven't even reached Christmas yet, and you want to put us in title race? Relax.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying
Let
you're
me-
in a title race right
Let me
now.
at least
What
let me at
you-
least get my Christmas present first, bro. Okay.
Okay.
You enjoy.
Yeah, like, we
Listen,
ain't
are you-
thinking about that. Literally, just game at a time. Even the board aren't thinking about it. Maresca ain't thinking about it. Look, I already said the two things. You get me to February and March, or let Maresca say we should be going for the league title. If Maresca says it,
Bro.
then whatever. We should be going for
Bro,
it.
you know what? If
he
we're in
says it.
January and they invest into our first 11 heavily, you get me a quality goalkeeper, a quality center back, a backup profile striker to Jackson, then go. You get me two of those three options. Okay, Christensen. Oh, good looks. Okay, you get me 2 of those 3 options, then cool. We're in a title race. But until then, that's big. Hey, Steve, answer the real questions that everyone wants to know. Is Harry Kane going to win a trophy this year?
No.
Oh, wow.
There's no way.
Did he get eliminated from a cup this week?
Yes.
Yeah, they did.
Oh.
To be fair, they were a man down though.
Wait,
They put up a fight.
Did you guys not? What did you guys not have your German Community Shield this year?
We weren't in that. We finished 3rd.
Oh fuck!
It was Stuttgart and Bayer Leverkusen for the DFL Super Cup.
Yep.
So you genuinely believe Bayern won't win a trophy this year?
No.
They're not going to win Bundesliga.
No.
Who's going to win it?
No.
Who's going to win it?
Either Eintracht Frankfurt or Leverkusen.
And your
Leipzig have had too costly. Leipzig have had too costly of a run lately. I mean, they did win 3-0 on Tuesday in the cup.
And your DFB Pokal, Bayern are out of that, right? Are Bayern out of the Pokal?
Yeah, we got eliminated on Tuesday.
But Lewis, it's not 2 years without a trophy. It's his whole life.
No, I mean like in Germany, like you've gone to Bayern and they go trophyless 2 years. Nah, you the problem, man.
Listen, we all know, juju, bro. We all know Kane's coming back to England in a year.
You pull up to Bayern and then Leverkusen becomes invincible. Like, come on, dog. Like,
guys, we all know Kane's coming back to England in a year or 2, man. He's coming back.
He'll be coming back with his tail tucked between his legs if there ain't no silver.
You think he's going back to Spurs, Prime? Do you think he's going back to Spurs?
Well, maybe Spurs or like Man United.
That should be his punishment.
He's coming back.
Revel in what you are and go back to Tottenham if you don't win a trophy.
He's gonna come back to England, right? He'll break the Golden Boot record Shearer has, and no one will care.
No, he's not. He's not. No.
You don't think he'll break the record?
He's not breaking this year.
He's not that far. He's not that far off it, bro.
How many goals? Isn't it 70, 60, 50, somewhere around there?
That's not a lot. Not for Kane.
I don't think he has another.
At his age, I don't think he has it in him anymore. Be real.
No. If he stayed, then I hear it. But
no, but even 70 goals, get 15 a season, which is a poor from Kane. 15 a season, he can still break it for 4 years.
He's not gonna get like better and better with age or keep a consistent level. Like this guy.
No, but that's why I said 15 goals a season, which is poor from Kane.
Yeah, but you think he has 4 more years of 15 goal seasons left in him?
Bro, Kane has nothing. He will want to break that record. He has nothing.
He needs 47 to tie Shearer for 260.
47. Okay.
48.
Yeah, that's not a lot.
48.
That's not a lot.
48.
That's
70.
not a
I was
lot.
like, 48. Yeah, I can hear it.
Bro, all he needs is 2 15-goal seasons to get 50. Like he'll break that record easily.
Yeah.
And
I don't think
that's if he comes back though.
He will come back.
I'm not.
He doesn't win
anything. That's nasty work, bro. Coming back to break a record after not winning a trophy with Bayern.
I don't think he's going back to Spurs because I think something happened with him and Levy, like relationship.
No. I didn't say it might not be Spurs, and I'm not saying it'll be this summer, but like in a year, he's coming back. He's coming back.
Hey, why are you not talking about Chelsea, man? Who gives a fuck about Spurs, man? Who do you think is gonna start tomorrow? I mean, on Sunday.
What do you think the big field's gonna be? I think it's gonna be Caicedo Lavia. I'm gonna be real with you.
Nah,
I think we're going to see the same team as Aston Villa, except Badiashile for Fofana.
He's not going to drop in. Enzo's playing too good right now, bro, to drop in.
I think he's going to play Caicedo as an invert right back. You guys,
because I knew it was going to be Caicedo Lavia. I just didn't know if
they were Spurs are shit. Spurs are on their ass right now, bro.
Yeah, Spurs are bad.
They're awful, bro. I can't lie. There's going to be. I was watching that yesterday, bro. Like that 1-0 is maybe the most flattering 1-0 of the season I've seen so far. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
They should have gotten pammed.
Lewis, send Fatul the link.
And it wasn't even.
I already sent it.
And you know what it was, Steve? It wasn't even the fact that like they had shots on goal that didn't go in. Like there were so many attacks that Bournemouth just broke down themselves. That should have just ended with a shot on goal minimum.
For as good as Bournemouth played and have played at times this year, for like a lot of their games, sometimes they do have those games where the finishing is just slightly off.
By the way,
like they really do, and defensively though they are very secure. I know Spurs didn't do much, but
why is Newcastle been asked this season, man?
We didn't fucking buy anyone in the summer. And we still
But
have Eddie Howe.
you basically have oil money and.
Oh, you're Eddie Howe out?
Yes, of course. Because we're the same thing as Spurs, dude. We're the same thing as Spurs,
bro?
dude.
Who hires an English manager to get them Champions League, bro? That's crazy, man. That's wild, man.
Bro, Steve's been Eddie Howe out since last season, man.
Yeah.
Dang.
Because I know when there's no, I can recognize when there's nothing. There's no when someone hits their ceiling.
Yeah, like listen, I defended Howe last year, but this year
I don't want Mourinho to go there though.
Yeah, me and Prime, me and you did so many shows on my channel where I was like, "Yo, like in this game,
yeah,
should have done better."
And the thing is, Steve, I do think last year was like it was defendable because of the amount of injuries Newcastle had, and he didn't have a good squad. But now, like, it's too far. He has to go now.
Yes, bro, we're not consistent.
No Mourinho, though. No Mourinho.
Just go get Sarri, man. Just go get Sarri.
Yeah, Sarri would be good with them. Sarri would be good with them. I love Sarri too, man.
Fuck the European leagues, man. This is Chelsea Tottenham preview. I was going to ask something as well.
Look at
Get off the bathroom, bro. Get off the bathroom. You're an echo, man.
Fator, I think
who
you
said
guys
what
are
a
in
title
a
race?
title race as of.
Is it the bathroom or a chauffeur, bro?
What?
If you're talking about winning a title race, you mean the women's team?
What's your women's team up to?
Chelsea women's team.
Absolutely dominating the league.
Let me look up the table.
We got
so
women's team got robbed.
What do you mean
by
look up? You should
Barca
be
in
prepared,
DCL last season. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'll say this. We're in a title race if we beat Ipswich, Everton away, and Man City away. Simple as that.
You are indeed in a title race. Your women's team is in a title race.
Exactly. It's a women's. No, you didn't say the women's team.
I agree with you on that.
All right, Lewis, I changed my mind. Kick Fatur out, bro. Kick Fatur out. Man came in to move the conversation to the women's squad. I don't even know any of the players there, man.
I don't know.
I think it's just his way of saying Chelsea aren't in the title race, and I hear it.
I know you do, man.
Huh?
How's Indonesia, Fatur?
Oh, good. 37 degrees.
Yes. King Cecil wants to do the sarcasm stuff one. Oh, yeah, we scored more goals than anyone else. Yeah, we know that. It's just the expectation is not for us to win the league. So we're not going to talk about no title race. Why am I going to talk about a race that we don't expect the club to win? Well, like, that's stupid. Oh, but the rivals are going to tease us. It's not about that. It's about us not really believing we're going to win the league. So why am I going to think about it?
Here's the thing for me.
Oh, wait, you're not even a Chelsea fan. Yeah, it's a rival. What am I listening to?
Obviously, it was a rival. You could tell.
Yeah, man.
Listen, for me, right?
Bro. Stories all the time. Build us up just to tear us down.
Yes, the manager said we're not in a title race. The players are saying we're taking it one game at a time. So miss us with your BS expectation.
The approach, I hear it. The one game at a that's perfect.
I'll only accept we're in a title race from the rivals is if they come out and admit they were wrong and apologize. Apologize for gaslighting me about Poch. Apologize for saying the championship manager is not good enough. Apologize for saying the squad is not good enough.
Apologize for saying that selling Mason Mount, Gallagher,
Steve, I'm cooking. Steve, I'm cooking. Apologize for saying we have a 60-man squad and people change in the corridors. Apologize for saying our ownership are fighting each other. Apologize for saying that Sterling is our best forward. Apologize for saying Mount is our best player. Apologize for saying Havertz is our best player. Apologize for saying we have a horrible defense. Apologize for saying we have 200 million pound flops. Apologize for saying Palmer doesn't turn up in big games. Apologize for saying Sancho is a Man
I think
United.
he's broken, man. I think he's bugging, man. He's keep repeating the same
You're
thing.
overcooking. You're overcooking.
Apologize for all the stuff you guys were lying.
All right, bro. The pasta's
If you
soggy, man. Stop
apologize,
cooking, man.
Kai, shut up. If you apologize for all of that, then maybe I'll listen to you. But as of right now, you lied before and you're gonna lie now. So why do we care?
That's not lying, bro. It's just his opinion. It's not
we as Chelsea fans, we've won more Premier League titles than Arsenal and Liverpool. We know what title race is like. We can say.
Okay.
We can say.
What
exactly?
What I would say
cool. You're a Chelsea fan. Big up to you then, at the very least. But even if the manager says it with a smile, I don't care. Like, let the manager say we're in a title race, and you know what? Then I'll listen. Then I'll be like, all right, cool, we're in a title race.
Of course, Maresca smile. He's managing the biggest club in London. I'd smile too.
I mean,
that's it.
I mean, I mean, if we keep winning games, we're going to be naturally
Saying we ain't
automatically gonna
competing.
be in
No,
title
here's
race,
the
yeah.
thing, man. You're talking about competing when we were meant to be in a top 4 race in December. You're
Yeah,
saying
we're
at
overachieving.
this point, it's December. We're not even halfway through the season, and you want to talk about being competitive. We're not even within arm's reach of Liverpool, and you want to talk about being competitive. I might listen a bit more, even if I wouldn't still believe it at the time. If we were within 3 points of first, maybe then I might listen a little bit to
You
you
know
guys.
what's
But
funny?
7, no, go away, man.
You know what's funny? We've played 14 games this season, right? Chelsea's start is not even title winning form. It's not. The only reason why
If you
people are
compare it to last year, it was Villa's form, and they're in the same thing as us.
The only reason people put us in a title race is because City and Arsenal have failed. Blame the failures. Don't create an expectation on us just because everyone else has failed. Don't do that.
True Blue, I hear it. I'm not thinking about till February and March. But if Maresca says we can go for the title, we can go for the title.
Well, as long as we're second, people are going to keep saying that we're in the title race. That's just how naturally things happen, you know?
Yeah, that's fine. But I'm also naturally just going to ignore it. I'll be sorry.
I'm just coming from the my whole thing is
30,
like,
then we can speak, yeah.
My whole thing is like, okay, I'll make my stance clear. I think Liverpool run away with the league. I think they could win it by 7-10. That's about where I do
Liverpool
think
can also
he's one of
slip.
them.
We've seen it before when
They
Liverpool
could.
slipped that.
And what I'm saying is that you guys are in and amongst that crowd that if they slip up, and if you keep your slip ups to a minimum, you could be opportunistic and take advantage and get a title possibly. I think your team lacks. Here's the thing. Your team has some of the ingredients for a title-winning team. For me, for a title-winning team, you need one of the best players in the league. You have that in Palmer. So you can check that off. You have depth in attack and in midfield. You have that. You have outstanding midfielders, like high-quality midfielders compared to the rest of the league. Caicedo, Lavia, etc. You have, but where I think you lack, Hold on. 2 seconds. Let me just get this out real quick. Here's where I do think you lack, and why I'm not saying you're going to win the league, is the goalkeeper position.
Defense.
Defense, and also probably maybe wing depth. And again,
no, those are the. I'll be so real. If you look at the level of this league, those are the only 2 positions we're lacking to win the league. It's a goalkeeper and a centre back. That's it.
What I do also think you need, crucially, to improve, the other thing that you are lacking is home form, because I'm looking at the home table for the Premier League. Y'all are 10th. You've had 7 home games and you've had 12.
But that's because we were a bit like up and down.
It's the Forest and Palace games.
Yeah.
Wait, there's no AFCON, right?
I think it will improve by like 5-6 games. It will be still
every 2 years, bro.
Bro, you think one game's... Don't worry. Check my energy after that. That's fine.
Wait, bring that up again?
He's saying he's going to check my energy on Sunday after we beat Tottenham. I'm still not going to talk about a title. I'm not.
Bro,
after
wait till City away. Simple as that.
Match day 30. That's when we start dreaming, you know.
Yeah, wait
February to March. If Maresca says we're going for the title.
Well, if we're unbeaten until we play City, and then we actually beat City, regardless of their form.
Oh yeah, then at that point, I'm saying we're in a title race
because we haven't won a big game this season. So if we can actually beat City, regardless of how good or bad they look, if we can beat them. That's a minute. Spurs are not big game. No one cares.
Also, Prime, like at that point, I'm pretty sure we faced City towards the end of January. At that point, we went up with the timeline anyway.
But Scott, that's my point though. From a mental perspective, beating even though they may not be performing as it, beating the best team in this league, the best club in this league, if we can do that, that can help us push for the title.
And also, the other thing that you do have in your...
I don't think they're going to run away with it like Steve said.
Well, do you think Liverpool win the league?
Yes.
I just don't think they're going to run away with it.
I still see it as City's league to win. I'll be real. I don't trust Liverpool.
I want to see...
Listen, I agree that if City don't win it, it'll be Liverpool. But the thing is, I just don't... I don't trust Liverpool in a title race. They've not won it before
Why?
in a title race.
Why?
Because they've not won it in a title race before. Liverpool.
This
You also have.
manager.
You also have.
but it's not a title
Yeah,
race.
but I'm not talking about Klopp. I still see this as a title race. I still see City and Arsenal in the title race.
I do.
So, and
I
also,
do.
No,
and
but then
also,
we're in a title race then.
no, because
Yeah.
I think they can actually sustain it to win. I don't see us
It's
sustaining.
not, no, but there's nothing
Yeah.
that
We've been
tells
much
you
better
Can I
last
finish?
season, man.
Can I finish speaking?
Go on.
Cool. I see City and Arsenal being able to sustain the title race, and also towards the back end of the season, in the title running, we know Salah doesn't tend to perform then. Like you look at what Salah's doing right now. I think he's responsible for like 75% of their goals. Like that's crazy.
He is.
That
He
is
is.
monstrous.
He is.
That-
He is very player, though.
yeah, but that I know, but that's also monstrous. Like how
Yeah,
long?
but Prime, you're hoping a lot that Salah
Prime.
will drop. Wait.
But you're saying nothing new. We know he's their best
You're
player.
hoping a
It's
lot
not-
that Salah will drop his performance
It's
by
not.
the
But
time
it's not
running.
even. But it's not even hoping. We've seen it happen before. He's done it before.
True.
I'm just
Fine,
going
but
off
I would-
things that I'm going off things that's actually happened before in this league. Liverpool have had leads over City and still not won this league. City, I expect to go on a run of form to win this league. Liverpool have an inferiority
Based on
complex,
what?
and so long as
Okay,
City are
okay.
within it, then yeah.
Can I ask you this?
We're all
What
assuming
if
this stuff.
City
Hang on,
didn't
hang on.
reinforce in January? Hold on, Scott.
What if
Because
what?
they need backup for Rodri. They do need backup
What
for
if what?
Rodri.
I
What if
didn't hear the
City
first
didn't? What if City didn't buy any players in January?
If City don't reinforce in January, then fine, it will be done. But I'm assuming that they will.
Yeah, they will.
They have no
will.
reason
Come on,
not to.
man. Even Pep said that they
What's the worst case? Let's say the
Yeah,
worst
they're
case
definitely
comes.
doing it.
Then they're finished.
they're definitely
Okay.
doing it.
Yeah, but okay, then they're done. But like, I'm assuming that they will.
Yeah.
Like
But
Prime.
I'll be real. Like,
Go on.
There's so many things where it's like we can say, oh, Liverpool have never been in the title race. That's cool. Arsenal, when they've been in the title race, have never won it under Arteta.
I know.
They've
That's
never
why
won
I'm not.
close.
That's why I don't have Arsenal winning this league.
Cool. And City, you can say, oh, we've seen this lead. That City have had better teams. This is the worst City team outside of his first season. This is the worst City team we've seen under Pep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also,
I think
last year's the
City-
worst time under Pep.
City are
Like,
just
it's terrible.
complacent, man. I think
Oh.
City are just
Awful.
complacent. They won so many Premier
You
League
can,
titles. They're not as
hey,
hungry.
I'm not even saying I don't disagree with you, but it can still be enough to win this league. The points gap currently, I don't think it's that crazy. And by the way, this is not just because City have won their game. By the way, I've been saying this. Steve, you know this, right? I've been saying this that City will like go and win. So
But why you think Arsenal can sustain
a title race? No, a title race. I'm talking about a title race because when
but why do you
Arsenal
think
had
they
their
can-
injuries and they're underperforming, I kept saying that they'll get their players back fit and they'll go on a run for a title race. They won't win the league, obviously not, but to just compete, yeah, they can still do it.
Prime, here's my thing about Liverpool. Remember when they won the league in 1920? I looked it up. They won it by 18 points.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah,
different.
I know.
So do you believe, how good do you, out of 10, how good do you rate Liverpool, this team so far?
I think Liverpool have
Eight out of 10?
been I think they've been good this season. And
They've been very good, man.
they've been
What would you get out of 10? Out of 10.
Can I finish speaking without Kai being kind and interrupting?
All right.
I think Liverpool have been good this season. But there have been certain games where they have like underperformed and struggled. But what's been the difference is that their X factor players have bailed them out, whether it's been Salah or Alisson, etc. Trent's been doing well defensively. Alisson's been injured, but Kelleher has been good for a few games, but I don't think that's sustainable. They need Alisson back. And
Why is
Dyke's
that
been
not
very
sustainable,
good
though?
this season.
Why is that not sustainable? We did the same
What
thing with
Kel-
Hazard for
what
the
Kel-
Premier Leagues.
what why is
There are
what not
two Premier
sustainable?
Leagues that Kai have.
Why is not what's sustainable? Did you hear what I
You're
said?
saying it's not sustainable, but it is.
Did you hear what I said?
Yeah, I did hear what you said. You said it's not sustainable for their key players to bail them out.
What did I say is not sustainable?
I just told you that their key players are not going to be able to bail them out, which is
No,
not,
you didn't listen. You didn't listen. Open up your ears. I said Kelleher being in goal is not sustainable. You need Alisson back. That's what I said. Open up your
Okay,
ears.
I hear. Oh, Prime.
He's back soon.
Could you real quick just answer? Prime, could you real quick just answer my initial question? Out of 10,
I think
where would you rate Liverpool so far this season? Out of 10, just a number, and then you can
just
explain.
a number. No, yeah.
I don't know. Like it's 7.5 to an 8.
How? All right, and then
7.5 is crazy, bro.
Because I would go like a 9.
I would
but
go
like
9 as
cool.
well.
All right, you said 7.5.
No.
When Liverpool won the league a few years ago, up in I don't know if you remember how you felt about Liverpool at that time, but like
Up
how
until
would you say
December, they were performing to like an 11. They were just inevitable.
That's
so you think this Liverpool team and that Liverpool team, there is a huge gap in convincing you of how good they are?
That Liverpool team is better than this. Better than this one currently.
I'm not saying.
And,
I'm not saying
and also,
that this,
hold on.
I'm not
and
saying
also,
that this Liverpool team is
hold on. Yeah, that Liverpool team was better than this one, and also, like City that season, they just stopped competing. They stopped pushing. And again, like you said, hold on. Like you said, they won it by 18 points, right? So, you know, who finished second that season?
City.
It's 18 points away. I don't think Liverpool will win it by 18 points. I don't think
they will either. But here's what I'm saying. All right, Man City have been poor this season, especially this recent run. Like it's not looking good for them at all. And when Liverpool won the league in 1920, you said it yourself. They stopped competing.
Yeah,
I'm looking at Liverpool's results.
City stopped competing. They had a lot of stuff going on in England and stuff, but they just stopped competing. But the points gap, to be fair, I don't know what the points gap was at what's today's date? At the 6th of December in that year. I don't know what the points gap was. However, like I said, Liverpool that season were competing at like an 11. I think this year they're a 7.5 to an 8 so far.
Yeah, but
Liverpool team.
But hang on. We're also, but again, we're comparing a City team that were much better to this City team, so it's like they don't have to perform to the same level. And like I don't think this Liverpool team are clearly the best. Yeah, they are. This City team sucks. Outside of Haaland, there's not a single attack.
No, but City that City that season stunk as well. Again,
I'm just but they had good players. They had good players that weren't performing. This City team now has terrible players that aren't performing to the level they are.
Fine. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's just from my perspective because I still see it as a title race, and so long as I still think there's a race on, then I have no reason to go against City winning it. They've proven before over the past few seasons that regardless of the points gap, they can still go on a run and win. We know City and Arsenal both have inferiority complexes to City. So long as City are within a distance, I have no reason to say that what's happened before won't happen again unless there's a change. Now, if by the time we play City, if the points gap is like major, like 14, 15, even that's crazy. The point gap is major, then fine, it's done. But as of right now, I see no reason why it's over. There's still a January window for City to go and buy what they need. And also there's a window where Liverpool needs to buy what they need because the Gravenberch, even though he's been good this season, I don't believe that's sustainable. I don't believe that's sustainable, him playing in DM. I think they need another guy to come in.
I disagree. I think it is sustainable, but we're talking about two teams that need vastly different things in terms of the amount of players they need. Liverpool need like 1 or 2 players in terms of to solidify themselves. City need like 4 or 5
purposes.
Okay.
Yeah, City need like 4 or 5 players.
Okay.
And I think they'll get them.
They need 4 or 5. You could say they need 4 or 5.
I think they'll get most of them. The thing is, I think they'll get most of them, but it's like
we can go on the matter. Fine, then it's a matter of opinion. But like until I see the title race being over, or at least let me say City being out of it, then I'm still gonna back them to go win. I've seen them do it before.
Yeah,
like
but
Prime.
Prime, what I'm asking you really is, do you see does this Man City team right now remind you more of the team that was non-competitive and lost the league by 18 points 4 or 5 years ago, or does it remind you of a team of previous seasons where they've had a slow start, but they eventually just go on that mad winning run? And then
it reminds me of City teams from previous seasons when they started off slow.
It does.
Whether it be to like a couple of injuries or whatever, or Pep like struggling to figure things out for whatever reason. But and the thing is, I understand the worry of City not winning it. But when I look at Liverpool, they're not playing to an 11 when they won their league. They're playing, just my opinion, I think they're playing to a 7.5 or 8 out of 10. Which
what do they need to do better? What do they need to do better for you to say higher than 7.5? What do they need?
I don't know. I don't know. For me, I think they just need defensive midfielder and they need Alisson back. I don't trust Gravenberch because, like, as good as he's been, I don't know how sustainable that is for one. And Kelleher's Kelleher. They need Alisson back.
No, I agree. I agree with that. Like having Alisson back. Yes.
Also Salah, as crazy as he's been performing, the other forwards need to start stepping up. Like 75% is.
I mean, Gakpo, to be fair, has stepped up.
Yeah, but 75% is ridiculous, man.
Yeah, but like that was City. That was City with Haaland. Like, even as a guy who doesn't rate Salah as high as some other people do, he has been the best player in the league this season, and it's not.
I agree. I agree. I rate Salah highly. I know he's a monster, but 75% is still ridiculous.
That's fine. That's what Haaland did. That the first season he joined the league. That's what he did on the City. He broke records, scoring.
And I remember when you guys won the title under Conte. How many GNA did?
And I remember people saying. And I remember since Haaland's been in this league.
Still on that topic. Jesus
Christ. Since Haaland's been in this league, people have been saying that Haaland's been holding City back and changing the way that they play. So, like, I don't know. Salah's amazing. He's the best in this league, but like, I just think 75% is ridiculous.
So you just want some of their forwards to chip in.
Yeah, because if Salah, like, just because I think he's massively overperforming, because 75% is ridiculous. So if he just drops back from being this monstrous, even if it's for a month or two, then will other people start stepping up? I don't know. They haven't necessarily been doing it so far this season.
They need to get Jota fit.
You trust.
Goals.
Yeah, and also Salah has a history of, like, towards the back end of the season in a title race, not necessarily turning up. That was a stat that came around. Was it last season? People were talking about. So why should I now say, oh well, when I believe it's still a title race, why should I then now not look at that stat? Do I trust Nunez to turn up? No, because we all don't rate Nunez. Do I trust Gakpo to turn up? So far, he's been at Liverpool. He's been stop-start, not performing. Jota is injury-prone, so will he even be fit for the back end of the season? Who knows? I actually like kind of rate Diaz. I think he's better than what people make him out to be.
Diaz,
but he's also not consistent either. So, like.
Now, Prime, what I would say to the Salah thing, I agree with you, and you're like, obviously you're basing that on factual evidence. What I'm mapping out the route for a Liverpool title win is that they'll have such a cushion to sit on that even if Salah underperforms late in the season, they already have such a nice and the other teams as well don't have that consistency that they've shown so far, where it's like maybe Liverpool draw the 30th game, but Man City lose to, I don't know, maybe they play Arsenal. Let's just say they lose. And then they take points off each other and draw.
True. But I mean, Arsenal are like, it's mainly City I'm talking about. I'm not talking about Arsenal to win this league. But like, I hear what you're saying, but I don't see there being that monstrous of a points gap. I'm not saying 18. I said 7 to 10. I think, and also that season Liverpool won the league. Like, they had created such a gap that City just, like, I remember that season, City just stopped, like, trying to get into it. They like, Liverpool don't have that much. Don't have a crazy gap from my perspective. If I was Pep, if I was the players in that player in that City squad, or if I was one of their owners or whatever, I wouldn't look at this as being unattainable.
You know what's crazy? I'm looking at the table from 2019-20, the year Liverpool won it. Man City scored 102 goals.
Fucking hell, what?
And we call them non-competitive. It really. I'm obviously
it was because of how shambolic they were defensively that season.
No, they only conceded two more goals than Liverpool.
Really?
Liverpool.
Yeah, that was 2017-18 season.
The year Liverpool won the league, they scored 85 goals and conceded 33. Man City scored 102 and conceded 35.
What, all comes?
No, in the Prem only. That doesn't get talked enough, by the way. How do you score 100 goals? How do you score 100 goals in a 38-game season?
You might be right by pass
win
away.
your league.
You got pushed back.
Okay, Steve, when do you think Liverpool win this league back? When do you think Liverpool win this league? Like,
do you want me to find a month or a game? I can pull up this.
Like, I think when Liverpool won the league, did they win it by March or February?
No.
March?
July. No, June.
No. Mathematically, when they won. They won it before they played Watford, right?
They lost it before lockdown. They lost to Watford.
Yeah, that's my point. That's my point. They won the league before lockdown, or maybe not mathematically, but the lead was so unattainable. It was just assumed that they wouldn't go on.
So because it was
they went invincible up until Watford.
Okay.
Because I found the date that they clinched the title. Because that was the COVID year and we stopped football for a bit, they clinched it on June 25th. After Man City lost to Chelsea.
What match day was that?
That was match day 32.
Didn't you guys beat him 2-1?
Yeah, we beat City 2-1 for not being a red card.
And that clinched Liverpool the league.
Yeah, what match day was that?
Yeah. Willian won them the league.
Yeah, 32.
Willian won them the league.
20.
Don't disrespect my legend, Willian. Don't disrespect.
Come on, man. He won them the league.
Don't disrespect my goat, Willian, bro.
No, brother.
Oh, why you hate Willian?
I don't hate Willian. Just.
But Lewis hates Willian, but he props that fat Belgian Hazard.
Yeah. Let's not go that far, fat man. Allow it.
I'm trying to find the match day here.
Yeah,
you know what's happening, man.
You're putting me on big screen as if I have any shame. Ooh, crazy.
Okay, yeah, because you're in jail, that's why.
That's great.
You know what you're doing, Brian. Even saying someone loves Hazard as well. Come on.
Oh man. I know he was watching, but
what a working ACL for Hazard, man.
Zidane tax.
Sorry, I'm trying to find
Real Madrid tax. I was locking him up.
Hold on, I'm trying to find the match.
It's Zidane's fault, man. It's Zidane's fault.
So Zidane, one of the greatest midfielders we've ever seen, knew Hazard was a fraud.
I've just seen this going around the timeline. Never got a chance to bring this up, but West Ham apparently looking at tossing on loan.
Behave.
When this one came round, but
that's good. Get out of here, West Ham.
Yeah.
Match day 31. I just found it.
Oh, match day 31.
When you guys beat Man City.
So in a normal season, match day 31 is what? May? April?
No, 25th of June. We went to lockdown.
No, we're saying.
Wait, hold on, fatter. I said in a normal season, bro. Shut up and go back.
Normal season. My bad.
So in a normal season,
25th.
In a normal season, match day 31 is April, right?
Yeah, mid-April.
When did Liverpool lose to Watford?
That was
March.
That was around the time they played Atletico Madrid, I think, as well. No,
it was end of February.
February 29th, they lost 3-0 to Watford.
Because I remember before that game, were Liverpool not unbeaten or something?
Yes.
They drew one game and won.
Yeah, against Man United. They drew one game against Man United.
1-1.
I remember going into that. I remember, like, for so long, Arsenal fans were worried Liverpool would go unbeaten.
No, they beat United.
At that point, Thatcher, shut up.
They beat United. What are you about?
Okay, we don't care, bro. Please shut up. Anyways, I remember like Liverpool were unbeaten for so long. You see why I say they played at an 11 that season. They were unbeaten until like February. Liverpool, I'm saying
they were close to being. They weren't just unbeaten, Prime. They were one result away from winning every single game in the league.
Exactly, which is why I said they were at an 11. And this season is a 7.5 to an 8. Listen, I give Slot as well a lot of credit. I think he's I rate him. I rate the guy. I think he's a brilliant coach, a brilliant tactician. I rate him. But we've also played at this Liverpool side. They didn't do much to us. I think we were the better side when we went to Anfield. But again, Salah makes a key difference. But he can't keep doing that all the time. 75% is ridiculous. Has there ever been a player in a title-winning season that's performed at 75% or anything close to that?
Well, besides Haaland, probably.
Yeah, but even Haaland was just scoring goals. What Salah is doing from a forward perspective, Salah's doing everything. He's scoring, he's creating, he's starting the play, he's finishing it. Haaland was just scoring goals. So from Salah's perspective, has there ever been a forward that's doing this much at 75% or anything close to it? I don't think so.
Didn't Hazard go fucking crazy for winning your titles? Maybe not 75, but
Wait, are you talking about when? But Hazard was not playing at 70. It was not doing 70.
Quietly should have won Player
I'm
of the
not
Year.
saying he was 70. I'm trying to
had
get
to give
something
it
close.
Bro, when Hazard the season Hazard left, he was responsible for 51% of our goals. Our goal like contribution. That's the most he's ever got in a season. And I thought 51% was crazy because of how shit you remember how shit our forwards were? We had finished Willian, we had old man Pedro. We had Piguain, we had Morata, we had Giroud that we bought in January. No, we didn't have Pulisic. We had Giroud, who at the time people still thought he was a donkey. We didn't have any good forwards barring Hazard.
Giroud was very good in Europa League.
51,
Giroud was very good in Europa.
Yeah, but 51% that season made sense. Salah this season, 75% makes sense because the rest of their forwards are Nunez, Gakpo, who's inconsistent, Jota, who doesn't stay fit, and Diaz, who I rate, but he's also inconsistent. So again, 75% makes sense, but that's not sustainable. It's not sustainable. Like, I don't know why I'm saying it's crazy.
I don't think what you're saying is crazy.
He's doing everything for Liverpool. He's starting attacks.
If they didn't have him on Wednesday, we win 3-1.
Exactly. But when Chelsea won the league with Jose and with Conte, we had Pedro. I remember in the Conte season, with Lewis, how many goals in that Conte season did Pedro open the scoring for us? Did he break the deadlock?
About 12.
A bunch of times, right? How many times would Costa pop up with a game-winning goal, both in Jose season and under Conte? Hazard had help those seasons. Salah this year is doing it all on his own. That's not.
I'll say even then, like Diego Costa had a habit of only turning up for half a season. That's why when I say Hazard struggled with forwards in his entire Chelsea career, I'm kind of putting Diego Costa in there too, blood.
But at least Hazard still had help. This Salah doesn't have anyone. Salah doesn't have a sparring partner. He's doing it on his own.
Pedro went 9. He had 9 goals, 9 assists.
Hazard's most consistent partner was Giroud, in my opinion.
No, but I'm just talking.
I'm
just talking about the 2 title-winning seasons. Like at least he had people. This year, Salah doesn't have anyone. He doesn't have a Mane. Doesn't have anyone, and people think 75% is realistic. No.
I'd agree
Now,
with
if someone steps up, if Gakpo steps by a factor, if Gakpo steps up or Diaz steps up, then you know what? Cool. Then Salah can maybe drop off a little bit, so from 75%, and they'll be fine. But I don't see that happening. So I'm just being like real. I'm being honest about what I see. I'm not trying to be biased towards City. I don't support City.
No, you're not being biased. No. How many? Actually, here's the other thing to look. How many goals and assists and whatnot? What did Liverpool do in 2019-20? So Salah, 2019-20 year they won the league. Salah had 19. Mane had 18. Firmino had 9. Van Dijk 5. Trent 4. Henderson 4. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain.
You're talking about
4,
goals,
Ronaldo
right?
4. Yeah,
You're talking about just goals, right? Yeah, but I'm talking
so
about goals.
Salah had 19.
Like, yeah, but
and then Salah,
and I remember that season. Unless my memory serves me wrong, Mane was their best player or their best forward, at least in my opinion. Yeah.
Most productive?
No, their best forward.
Oh, like
At
in
least in my
terms of just
opinion.
like play.
Yeah, like
He
yeah,
was
I
a
just
star
like
that year.
I
He
just
was
think
fucking
like
brilliant.
Salah's freakish what he's doing right now, but I just don't know how sustainable that is. The guy is what 31, I think, or 32. 32?
32. 32. Yeah.
Bro, 32 years old, and like he's playing like an absolute freak. 75% is not realistic. If someone wants to tell me that he'll sustain 75% towards the end of the season, then fine. But no record has shown me he turns up in title races.
Well, I would say like okay, so I agree with you. Like Diaz, I don't think is going to score 18 in the league, or Gakpo, or well, Chiesa can't even fucking. He's just always injured, is whatever. But like Firmino was on 9. Keep in mind, Jota will get 9, and Nunez will somehow get like around that.
No,
Van
but
Dijk had 5 that year.
You're just talking about goals, right? You're just talking goals. Talk about goals and assists.
Okay,
How
so
many
like
did Mane get?
The year Liverpool won the league, Trent had 13 assists. Robertson had 12. Salah had 10. Firmino had 8.
What did Mane have goals and assists that year?
Mane had 7 assists and 18 goals.
Yeah, and I also remember that year that Mane and Salah were freakish. Like the whole team was performing monstrous. The whole Van Dijk aura stemmed from that year.
Is Van Dijk playing to a similar level when they won the league so far this year?
No, I think Van Dijk's never reached that level again. But I still think Van Dijk has been performing.
So he's not close to that.
I still think, yeah, because that level was freakish. But I still think he's been performing this year as one of the best center backs in this league. However, I also think Cole has been performing as one of the best center backs in this league. So, like, what does that really say what the league is right now? We've been saying the league's ass right now, right? So, you know. But hey, if Liverpool win it, then credit to them. They win it. But you've not won a Premier League title race, so why would that change?
Well, he did win one. They just had to. The way they won the league was they were just fucking.
That wasn't a title race, bro. We're not doing that. It wasn't a title race.
Right. So what I'm saying is I see Liverpool's way of winning it similar, not as hyper dominant as the fucking 1920 was. Like they're not going to win by 18 points. I don't think. I'm saying 7-10.
7.
Like if it's neck and neck, here's the thing.
I think Liverpool win by about 6 points.
If it's neck and neck in freaking March, April, those months, I'm gonna favor City for your logic, for your reasoning that Liverpool haven't won a race.
If it's 7, if there's still 7 points within it, City are not letting up, bro. They're gonna be relentless, and we know Liverpool have an inferiority complex. What was it? Was it last year when Trent was saying that winning the Carabao Cup means more than winning that crazy, bro? That's not a good mentality to have, man. It's crazy.
Sure. So that's why they need to keep up. Yeah.
Let's look at context of the rest of the competitions. How far do you think Liverpool will go in the Champions League?
Semis.
Semis. And semi-finals in May, right?
Yeah.
How far do you think City will go?
No, semis would be like April because the finals in May usually.
No, finals in like end of May, June. Okay, yeah, fine. April, end of April. How far do you think City will go?
That. Quarterfinals, they lose to an Inter Milan or something.
No, so you think City continuously being this poor will reach quarterfinal?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also depends on the window, but like,
I'm just saying we know what City are, and we know City will just keep. Bro, I don't know. I just don't want people. I just hate when people do this whole City are shit. They've fallen off, and then they end the season winning it, and all of a sudden you want to call this a farmer league. I'm sick of it. Let's just be honest. Stop doing this narrative about because people did it 2 years ago when Arsenal were top for 93% of the season, and City still won the league. People did it last year when Liverpool were supposed to do it, or they were not supposed to do a quad last year. Jurgen quad, and City won the league. 3 years ago, Liverpool were supposed to do the quad, and City still won the league. So let's not do this. Not do this.
What do you think Liverpool end up in UCL?
I think they can
semi-final.
Yeah, probably. And
I'm basing this off what Slot. I'm basing this off what Slot's done in his like with Feyenoord. I know he didn't get Feyenoord to Champions League semifinals and finals, but like for what he had, he entered the Feyenoord job and they were in the Conference League. What did he do? Semifinal. Did lose to Roma. They did.
Yeah, but he lost.
But nobody expected anything of Feyenoord that year. They were in a real.
I will say this, like, I don't want people to think that I'm discrediting Liverpool here when I say this because I'm not. You can only beat what's in front of you. But the big games Liverpool have played this season, they played Arsenal, who were ass. Have they played City yet? No, they haven't. Man United
they beat them 2-0.
Oh, they played. Oh, they did play City. Yeah.
And they
sorry, I forgot. I didn't watch that game, so I don't have that in memory. They played
Lewis,
Chelsea.
Did you watch that game? Did you watch the Liverpool City game like 2 weeks ago or whatever it was?
Yeah, no, but I just don't have that game in my memory, so I didn't watch it. But they played.
I'm asking Lewis if you watched that game.
Which game?
Did you watch the Liverpool Man City game like a week and a half ago?
Bits of it. I saw more second half than first.
Joey, you watched the Liverpool City game like a week and a half ago, right? I'm assuming.
Of course.
Did Liverpool not school them?
I mean, bro, they just didn't have any answers. City just didn't have any answers for Liverpool.
Right. So they schooled them.
I would say so, yeah.
So they did play a big game, Prime. They did. They played
a lot of big games.
No, I didn't say you didn't let me finish what I was trying to say.
Go on.
I said, like, from the big games Liverpool have played, and again, it's not even me taking this against them because you can only beat who's in front of you, so it's nothing against Liverpool. But like, they played Arsenal, who were ass. When they played Chelsea, they weren't better than us, in my personal opinion. They played a Real Madrid side that were ass. I didn't watch the City game, so I don't know how that went. But then again, you can only beat who's in front of you. You have no control over the team that you play being good or bad, do you?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So that's not even me taking it against Liverpool. So it is what it is. Yeah. But yeah, I'm curious to see what happens. Like if they win this league, then I'm not going to hate on them. Like I'll give them their full credit where it's due. But we'll see.
Yeah, Joey, we've been talking the past
about
the Chelsea title race convo.
Yeah, the Morecambe tickets came
to even a Chelsea title race.
Which by the way,
I want to keep myself up for Palace too.
Which by the way, can I also say this? This is a feather in your cap that you are in. That this is a discussion point. Maybe you guys are saying no, we're not too early, but it's extremely impressive that this is a conversation amongst football fans. That's a big feather in.
Here's the thing, though, right, Steve? Let me kind of go with this. Let me kind of go with this. Steve, the big thing that I fail to understand is before the season, no one had these expectations. We're a third way through the season, and all of a sudden we're supposed to change our expectations. Our expectations shouldn't move. We're just exceeding what we're exceeding our expectations at this current moment, and that is that. Why should we have to change our expectations just because we're exceeding them? If it gets closer to a point where I'm sitting here and Lewis said it 100 times on back again. But if I'm sitting here and I'm looking at the title race and we're 24 games in and we have we're in the same position, right? Let's just say we're in the same position, seven points out, right?
Yeah.
Same position. Like let's not move the goalpost at all. Let's just say we're in the same position. Then I'd say, yeah, we should be trying to fight for that title. We're right there. But right now, it's fucking early December, bro. The run of games that come up in this early December run, everybody knows there's slip-ups everywhere. So, like, for us to just sit here and just automatically, just because it's early December, like, if it was early December and we were 11 points clear of everybody and we were saying we're going to be champions, people would say we're moving too fast. So what's the difference between us moving the expectations, saying the expectations for this year now, if we were up at the top of the league, then us moving the expectations for us moving, then we are just because we're second. If I
It's not an expect.
Like I said, if I was in first place right now, if I'm in first place right now, and I say, and I'm first by 11, 12 points, I'm going to win the league. I'm winning the league. That's it. You and every other fan would tell me, Joe, there's still 20-something games left. How can you say that? Right? Yep. So why am I changing my expectations 13, 14 games in when you would tell me I'm moving too fast if I were to win, if I were to say
but I wouldn't, you wouldn't know what I would tell you. That's what I would.
No, but Joey's not talking about you specifically. He's talking about like the rivals and the narrative. Because why is it no one saying that we're overperforming? I would hear that would make more sense than saying we're in a title race, saying we're overperforming. Or
I'll say this:
why can't people just admit that because Arsenal and City are both underperforming, that's why we look like we're in a title race? If City right now were like how many Liverpool are 7 points above us, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. If City were top of the league, 9 points above us, Liverpool were 7th in 7 points in second, and Arsenal were say 6 points on third, and we were fourth, no one would say we're in a title race.
Yeah, but that's just not the case, bro.
Yeah.
No, but that's my point, because two teams are underperforming doesn't then put us in the conversation.
I don't even think it's that. It's just too early, bro. What Cole Palmer said. What did Cole Palmer say? It's too early. That's exactly what it is. Too fucking early. If you want to tell me in January, late January, we're in a title race, I'll hear it.
Right.
Yeah, I said literally like 3 games that could define our season: Ipswich away, Everton away, and Man City away.
Joey, my overall stance on it right now is I think right now, today, 1:28 p.m. Eastern time, December 6th, 2024. I think you guys are in a title race, like as of right now. Now, I'm not gonna crash it. I'm not gonna crash it on you if you don't win the title, and I don't have you guys winning the title. What I'm gonna say is that you are in a very opportunistic position because of Man City and Arsenal not being where we thought they were. Liverpool are exceeding some people's expectations.
I don't think
majority.
You're in an opportunistic yet. I don't think it's opportunistic yet.
It's just all too early, Steve. I just gave you the explanation on why we're not in the title race.
I get that.
I just gave it to you. It's just too early.
No. Yeah.
You don't win the fucking league in the first 15 games. I promise you that shit.
Right.
So move on.
No one win the league from the first 20 games anyway.
Exactly.
What's the whole point of this? Why we just keep back and forth about us being title race?
Here's the thing, bro. We've been in how many in our lifetime? You know what I'm saying? How many title races we've been in our lifetime? Plenty. This doesn't feel like one yet.
Exactly.
Plain and simple.
And the thing is, right? Just to add to that, we wouldn't. It's not even like regardless if the target wasn't the title, it couldn't change by this time this season. We've done it before because we've seen it. Remember when we had Antonio Conte, and then like we went 13 games unbeaten. Man City away in December was the big turning point. Number one, because it was Man City. Number two, because we had a system that was just getting the best out of everybody. And number three, we had a team that had already done it before. The year before.
Yes.
So you could easily get into that belief a lot earlier in the season than
2
now.
years before Lewis, but yeah.
You had
but a lot of the same players.
You had all the necessary your last title. You had all the necessary ingredients. You had
Oh my fuck!
you had one of the best goalkeepers in the world. Never mind just the league. One of the best players in the world / league, and Hazard and Diego Costa is also on smoke. You had depth. You had one of the best midfielders in the world, N'Golo Kanté. Yep, and you had a manager. This is the other thing you lack this year is that you have a manager. He did win the
at the time. He was a
title.
serial winner. He'd won the league in every season that he had managed.
Yes, so he knew what it was like.
Wait, Conte?
When we had Conte, he had just came off Juve, and he'd
respect Conte. Respect Conte, mate.
When he came to us, he came to us off of managing Italy in the Euros.
Yeah. Did they win the Euro? No.
They lost in the
club career.
They lost
quarterfinals. I think they lost the quarterfinals.
No, they lost to Germany.
Yeah, it was. I remember that Euros going into the tournament. People were talking about how ass that Italy squad was.
Yes,
it was very bad.
Conte dragged down.
Yeah. No one expected them to get that far, bro.
Right.
Their defense dragged them.
Yes,
but yeah, we'll see. Like if by end of January we've bought addition, or say we even haven't bought anyone, but we go and beat Man City, then like a convincing win against City, by the way, not like a fluke result.
No. It just has to be a win. If we win against City,
yeah.
If we win against City in December and January, bro, there's no way in hell we're not in the title race. If we continue to run a form and we beat City, bro. If we continue to run a form and beat City, there's no way we're not in a title race then.
I expect this point by the time we play City, I think this points gap to Liverpool will narrow. Because that Merseyside derby, I'm predicting that to be a draw.
That game might not even get played. They might be postponing it.
Why?
What? Because
massive
it's
wins.
at Goodison Park. It's the last one at the stadium and stuff. I just think from we've seen this type of stuff in football, like a story.
What about the game being postponed?
The game could be postponed because there's a big storm around the north of England. There could be like a lot of heavy winds,
like a blizzard.
Yeah.
And also we have Liverpool and Spurs play each other, and if this thing about
that might play if they play that game, that might play into Everton's hands, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know. That could be a disadvantage for either, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, but I think like that game, Everton, maybe this is just from a story perspective, but I think Everton will do everything not to lose that game. Last game at Goodison Park,
36 miles per hour wind. That is crazy.
Everton will know, bro. Everton will know that if they lose that game, it could help hand Liverpool the title. They're not going
to.
They
also
look
need
at that, bruv.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also for relegation as well. Yeah.
Yo, that's nutty.
37
Lewis, it just says sunny and 30-mile-an-hour winds.
Yep.
That's Chicago. That's Chicago. That's fucking Chicago weather.
Steve, that's some straight Chicago ass weather, son.
I've seen that movie before, man. That's Chicago weather.
That's some
Windy
straight
city.
Chicago
Oh yeah,
ass weather.
Steve, all set.
Oh, word. Thank you. Word. But yeah, no. I can only be complimented. My whole point of my theory about y'all being a title race, it's as of right now. Y'all are, I guess, overperforming because I said you'd finish about 5th, and so far you're. Let's see. It's a tip cap. Like I said,
Steve, we ain't finishing 5th.
Yeah.
Let me tell you that right now.
We're not overperforming. And also, I expected teams by now to have figured out the whole Sanchez near post glitch and to take advantage, and they haven't. So, you know.
True.
So Tottenham ain't got something for that, innit?
Oh, you can't. If you guys allow Sanchez to win this league, man.
Yo, this fucking. Do you think it's Tosin that's the one that we end up moving? There's gonna be one center back moved, bro.
I still think it'll be the Sassy.
I still think it's Disasi too.
A tossing loan, like I think it's more West Ham just panicking, if anything, especially with the Todibo situation that's going on.
What's happening with Todibo?
He had a big fallout with what's his name?
Lopetegui.
Lopetegui. Oh.
No, he won't be there for that long, anyways.
Yeah, Terzic is gonna be their manager real soon.
Wait, is it true he punched up?
I called that, by the way, Steve. I did call that.
Is it true?
It's easy to call because he worked there before. He was born in London, I think.
Is it true he punched up Lopetegui?
Apparently,
I didn't know about that. But that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so involved
Todibo
in
is
a
kind of a
heated
hothead, though.
half-time exchange with defender Todibo during the loss to Arsenal. There's more of a rumor that they got into a fight.
That's funny.
Well, Ederson's the one that battered up fucking Pep. He was the one that he was dropped the next game.
More on it.
Oh, that's why he was dropped. That kind of makes sense.
I'll be real.
I'm just making an assumption, bro.
I'll be real.
It's a theory.
I still don't believe anyone touched Pep. I think he banged his own head against the wall.
Yeah, that guy's a bit of a lunatic. I can't lie.
Bro, Pep is a perfectionist, bro. He's the sort of guy that would do that because he can't figure out what's wrong. I doubt anyone touched him, I'll be honest.
I know what's wrong with this team. I can fix this team.
Yeah, but
I can fix this team.
Yeah, but Pep is the sort. Yeah, but Pep is the sort of freaky, like genius guy that he thinks the solution would be like playing Ederson in midfield or something. He's trying to find that sort of solution, not a simple one.
Nah, he'd play Vardy all like left wing.
Nah, I know, right?
Or as a 10 or some shit.
Yeah, I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know why he doesn't see it. He needs to switch to Dortmund tactics.
And that's my thing, Steve, right? As much as Pep is, I think he's the major reason why it's not working at City. I still expect him to just, and then they just keep going.
They need to switch to more of a counter-attacking style with the type of wingers they have, the type of midfielders they have left. Like, even if they get a Zubamendi, they switch to a 4-3-3. You put Kovacic in the 8. You put fucking Nunez in the 8, and you just have Nunez run up and down, and Kovacic sweep in front. And then you just you get the long ball to your wingers quickly, bro. Get the long ball to your wingers quickly, bro. There's you got to get the ball to your wingers quickly so they can transition because they're transition wingers. Like that's where they thrive is in transition. You're telling me you want fucking Doku running at you when it's just 1v1. You don't got nobody else in the box with you.
What's your question, Steve?
That little fucking speed demon will get you.
Oh, my question was about when Man City lost the league to Liverpool. Did you also see Pep going crazy like this?
No.
Or do you think he was partially at fault for why they didn't win the league that year?
Who?
Well, when Liverpool won it or when we won it?
I think
when Liverpool won it.
I saw more head
No,
loss when we won the league. He was moving crazy in the press conferences them seasons.
Yeah, he was.
Well, when Liverpool, was Pep going this crazy? No.
Yeah, or do you think he was at? Because you said this year he's at fault a lot of as to why they are the way they are. No.
Yeah. I think mainly it's how.
So do you think the year that they do you think the year Liverpool won the league, Pep was also a lot at fault for why they didn't win the league?
Kind of, yeah, because I thought it was a lot worse in terms of injuries, but you've just mentioned about how many goals they scored, how many goals they conceded.
Scored 102.
If City hadn't just conceded the title race that early, I think they could have gone on to win it. They could have closed it down. So
yeah,
we'll see. I think right now with Pep, he just needs to figure it out until Jan and then get reinforcements. Then they'll be fine.
Do you think they win the league if they don't bring in anyone of note in January?
If they don't bring in a quality player, if they don't bring in a defensive midfielder at least, then
I mean, I don't even think it has to be of note. I just think they need to get somebody who would be Rodri's backup, like actual style for style.
Yeah,
backup.
Zubimendi.
Yeah, so and that's what someone.
But you getting Zubimendi is like saying, all right, like you're gonna play Zubimendi and Rodri together eventually. Like to me, you're getting if you went and got like a Ricci, it would make more sense because he's just younger, playing at a lower league.
Javi Guerra at Valencia.
Javi Guerra is another good one. There's other players you can get of that, like just that you could plug and play. Eventually they're gonna end up being Rodri's backup, like.
What they did with Fernandinho to Rodri. What they did to Fernandinho to Rodri. That's
right, exactly.
What Real Madrid are doing, what Real Madrid have done over the years when an older superstar ages, they bring in the replacement while the guy is.
Well, also to answer your question, yeah, they need to bring in someone in January. They need to bring in someone of note into that.
I would say they need 2 players.
I'm expecting them to do that. If they bring in at least a defensive midfield profile that suits, then. Yeah, because I think the points is going to be
fullback at Salzburg, the Rakic guy.
Dedic.
Yep,
Dedic, a Bosnian fullback.
Yeah, if they got a guy like that, who could play both sides, that could help on both sides at the fullback, and then they get a defensive midfielder, they'll be all right for the rest of the season. But they need help at fullback. Like that's a big area of concern. They do not have athleticism in the fullback positions, like at all.
Yeah.
Like just like Walker is just a dud right now. He is a dead man walking out there.
He's a liability.
Almost every winger, bro. Almost every winger in the country
cooks him. Yeah.
Steve, what's your thoughts on Baturina?
Who? Martin Baturina, the Zagreb.
Yeah, the Croatian guy. What's your thoughts on him?
Fucking crazy talent. So silky on the ball, creative, smart.
I agree.
He is. I'm not saying I've watched tons of Dinamo Zagreb games, but like I've seen 4 or 5. Then I've seen him play a few games for Croatia off the bat. Yeah, he looks special, man. Bro, this is my other thing. I'm going to go on a side rant. People thinking that Croatia are not going to be like still one of the stronger sides going into tournaments or one of those underdogs that can go far. That ain't going anywhere, bro. They've been producing talent since they've been producing talents since they became an independent nation. They've been like this is not a new
He's not wrong, bro. He's not wrong.
Bro, Croatia.
I can name 3 really.
They have like a monster of a striker, like Dion Drina Bellew. Bro, bro. He is a monster in terms of his height. We played him. Shamrock Rovers played him in the Conference League, just the last round. Bro, Croatia, they're not falling off, man.
They'll be like, okay, yeah, they won't have a Luka Modric. Like, okay, yes, that's a one.
I think Baturina is her next
But Baturina could be, Baturina could be.
I think
But Bello's old though. Bello's in his. I thought Bello's like old, like late 20s. I'm pretty sure.
Who?
Bellew. Yeah, he's 22, bro.
Really?
He's 22. Yeah.
Okay, I thought he was older than that.
No, he's 22.
Yeah, they're gonna be just fine, Croatia.
Bro, 22.
Yeah. Prime, answer your question about Torino. Like, yeah, he's a stud.
Bro, I want to see Bellew in the Prem, bro.
Yeah.
I want to see that
He's
guy in the
very
Prem.
good.
His height in the Prem is gonna be crazy.
He's like 6'5", bro, but he's a basketball player, bro.
Oh yeah, bro.
He's out there being a basketball player. He's
He'll
like
definitely
Strand Larson, but
David,
like 2 more feet, 2 more
for
inches,
sure.
3 more inches.
Jonathan David
Bro,
assist.
I first heard about this guy on FIFA, right? Like someone had him against me, and I'm like, "How are you just scoring from these corners?" And I looked into this guy, and I started watching some games. Yeah, bro, he's gonna be a monster, man. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Croatia. Hey, we might win something, man. Croatia, let's go.
Yeah.
Ew.
What do you mean, ew? I mean, the same guy that was. I know this is not the guy that was twerking for Potts just to get an approval from a woman.
Oh yeah. Leave her alone. Leave her alone. Leave her alone.
You definitely were.
Hey.
Hey, follow your advice.
Leave her alone.
Leave her alone, man. Leave her alone. Leave.
You left her alone?
Yeah, I left her alone, man. Bro, she's enjoying her holiday. Allow it.
Hilarious.
Wait, how do you know she's on holiday?
She
He muted himself. He's enjoying her holiday. How do you know she's on holiday?
Bro, she told me in my message. Like, I messaged her like last week. She said, "Oh yeah, I'm going to
no. Don't say she told you. You asked. Don't say she told you.
No.
Or he saw it on her social.
No, she literally told me. I could show you my proof.
Snapchat story or something.
Oh, she literally told you. Okay. So you asked her.
No, I didn't ask. She said it literally like, yeah, I'm not gonna come to the game for Sunday.
So you asked her
on my life.
I'm not surprised. She already knows what's gonna happen.
No. So you asked her if she going to the game, and she said no, she's on holiday. So you asked.
No, I didn't ask.
Actually, to be fair, Fata ain't gonna be there anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry, Fata. She said, "Hey, I can't link up with my guy Fata. I ain't going to the game. Fuck it."
Nah. Fata said, "Oh, she's not." Fata said she's not gonna be there. Okay, let me just go back home.
Fata, you might be onto something, man. She realized you're gone for the month, and she said, "Yeah, I ain't going to the game. It ain't worth it."
Lewis, don't do that, bro. Don't give him hope.
No,
man. I'm just building him up.
I give my ticket to Sammy anyway. Sammy want to come to the game, you know?
Yeah. Oh yeah. So we're sitting together, innit? Nice.
Yeah, you're in the same row.
Jesus.
Oh, I can't wait, man. We're gonna cook them. Let's fucking have it. 4-1's my prediction.
Jackson, I'm going 6. Jackson hat trick.
I'll go 3-1.
Jackson scores early again.
Bro, did you see
Jackson open it as per usual?
Did you see Jackson's face at the towards the end of the Southampton game? He was pissed, bro.
Yep.
He couldn't play. Hey, Jackson.
He was begging to jump up to join.
Jackson on the vengeance, bro. We're gonna be there.
You saw that finishing in the second half. He was thinking, "Yo, get me the fuck on this pitch, man. These men are pissing me off, bro. I'd have a hat trick by now."
Hey, Jackson, save it for Spurs, man. You're gonna get some.
Yeah, you're gonna get some. You're gonna get some. Bring that anger on Sunday to Tottenham's ground.
You're gonna get some. You're gonna get 2. You're gonna get 3. You might get 4.
I'm trying to see if I can find a picture of it.
Hey, we'll show.
Hey, I'm a dip, boys. I gotta do my Eredivisie watch on because I'm a fucking geek. Take care.
I know worries. Wait. We're gonna send everyone over now anyway.
Oh, Fatter turned on his face when Steve said he's a geek. That's when Fatter turned on his face.
All right, big up to every single one of you that's locked in, though. Hit the like button, subscribe. It's been another great preview. Watch-alongs will be on tomorrow. I'm going to get another Tottenham preview out as well. And yeah, take care, everybody. Hit the likes, subscribe, all of that shit. And as always, up the damn Chelsea. Bless up, my guys.
Bless up, man.